Oh boy. Good afternoon, everybody. It is, what is it? July 1st. It's Canada Day. So happy Canada Day to all my fellow Canadians. I've got my Maple Leaf jersey on, my Mitch Marner Centennial jersey to honor the, biggest news of the week slash day slash month, whatever, in the hockey world. It is Free Agent Frenzy Day, and I figured it would be prudent to hang out for a few hours with all of you fine folks and just watch stuff come in, see how things change, kick back a little bit. I mean, don't worry. We've got the GeoGuessr already lined up for when we get bored, but the initial frenzy of deals is going to be quite something to follow. The attentive of you will note the document on the screen here. This is basically just a thing I built last night to track who's going where for how much, and in a way that I think is a good way to just, see things in a quick little what's it called? Quick little dashboard in front of our faces as we can see these things coming in. But anyway, welcome. Again, thanks for everybody coming last night to the show. We had a really big night. We hit some pretty big numbers, and always a pleasure to recap the draft. And again, if you have any questions regarding the draft, definitely just fire away, and we'll talk about that. Obviously, today is not all about guys in the NHL, but, if you want, we can make it about players that may get to the NHL one day. Anyway, yeah, so... already today. By the way, a little flustered this morning. I procrastinated getting prepared for this, and then it was like a cascading series of small little issues and things where I'm like, oh, if I don't fix that, that's going to be embarrassing. If I don't fix that, that's going to be embarrassing. Oh, I should probably fix that. That's embarrassing. And so, yeah, I was a few minutes late, so I apologize. But anyway, what about, yeah, I forget where I was. Oh, yeah, the signings that have already happened today. There's been some interesting ones. I mean, Andrei Kuzmenko actually, yeah, oh no, he's not on the list. Kuzmenko extending in LA was nice for 1 year. I like the Steven Lorentz deal in Toronto, 3 years for basically nothing. Provorov staying in Columbus was not on my bingo card, but I mean, for $8.5 million, I'd probably find a way to make that work in my mind if I'm Ivan Provorov. Thatcher Demko, again, $8.5 million is, I mean, great goaltender. And if he stays healthy, like, a great goaltender is worth their weight in gold, really. And actually, now I'm curious, how heavy is Thatcher Demko? And the price of gold. The price of gold, oh, it's priced per ounce. Per kilogram. Goldpriceperkilo.com. I can't believe that's a website. Oh, goldprice.org. Per kilogram is $107,442. Well, what is... oh my god, Elite Prospects is slow. I wonder why. Okay, Hockey DB it is. 87 kilograms. So, okay. So Thatcher Demko's weight in gold is $9,347,454. 87 kilograms. I mean, you can check my math on that, but that's just napkin math. So he's not quite worth his weight in gold, but pretty close. Mitch Marner, on the other hand, is worth well more than his weight in gold, apparently. Isn't that crazy? That, like, that was an idiom, like a cliche of like, oh, having a reliable car is worth its weight in gold and yada yada yada. But now we're talking about like individual athletes and like being how many multiples of their weight of gold are they worth? That's nuts. That's messing with me a little more than it probably should, to be perfectly honest with you. But it's kind of wild how we've completely changed our thinking on that. But In any case, yeah. Oh, thank you for the donation. Yeah, I mean, look, Sharks fans, I love you. I've never been out there. I always really, really want to go. I've heard it's quite nice in the Bay Area there. So yeah, I'm all about it. I'm all for it. And Sharks fans, like, I mean, I'm hopeful that this is the start of something different for you, because you're doing a decent job building stuff. So happy to be here, happy to answer your questions, and you've always been good to me. Except JD Young. He's a bag of hammers. Okay, what else is going on here? Not a whole lot else. Josh, you're welcome. I'm happy to provide some entertainment. I'm not sure exactly what to do to be entertaining right now. We've got 20 minutes until we probably see some serious action. I mean, we will. I've got a cup of coffee here. It's probably cold and disgusting, but I'm going to drink it anyway. Maybe that will be entertaining. Oh, let me fix my credits here. The Bay's beautiful. Oh, I thought that said baby. The baby's beautiful. I was like, I don't have one of those. Oh, apparently there's a trade coming in. Montreal got Zach Bolduc for Logan Mailloux. Huh. Victor Arvidsson for a 5th round pick? Okay. Interesting. I mean, I would rather have Bolduc on my team than Mailloux. I don't know what St. Louis is doing unless they really believe that. I mean, look, St. Louis went out and got Dylan Holloway and Philip Broberg, 2 guys who their respective teams were kind of like, I don't know, and they couldn't really afford to keep them. I mean, I'm not saying Mailloux is on the same level of those players, but I mean, I guess they still see something there. Also, by the way, the Logan Stankoven contract. Eric Tulsky does it again. I mean, unbelievable. Like, I think that's a huge deal for them. $6 million for 8 years. Like, yeah, I'll take that. I'd take that bet. But yeah, okay, Bolduc for Mailloux. That's fun. I don't know why St. Louis would trade Zach Bolduc, personally, but such is life. Let me pop out this chat because it's distractingly far over here. So let's put this, yeah, and now it's right in front of my face. There we go. Yeah, Skylar, yeah, you can. When are we doing Djibouti GeoGuessr? Rayan, you and I did this together. We street viewed Djibouti together, and there's not much, but I mean, it's possible. Yeah, also, Skylar, you can ask me whatever you want. I'm here for a while. We're strapped in for a while. Don't worry about it. It's a free-for-all today. It's free agent day, therefore it's a free-for-all day. So don't feel like you have to keep things, you know, above board or whatever. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So, I mean, anyway, St. Louis getting Zach Bolduc. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure why St. Louis would make that deal unless they feel like Logan Mailloux like deserves a shot in the NHL because they played Bolduc all season, or Bolduc didn't want to stay. But I don't know. That's a little strange, but such is life, I suppose. I really don't have many other takes on that as I adjust the credit location. Rayan, you're funny. We got plastic chairs in Djibouti. Yeah, I wish I had that picture saved. Oh, I do have that picture saved. Of I dropped in a street view of Djibouti in the city, the capital city of Djibouti, which is Djibouti, and there was a plastic chair that was like upside down and like half buried in a beach. I just thought that was so funny, just like right in front of the camera. Hilarious. Anyway. Do we think Erik Karlsson gets traded after he gets paid his bonus in 20 minutes? I don't know. I don't think so. That's a hard contract to trade. I don't know how much they're going to get, but that's a hard contract to trade. Which 2025? What 2025? What am I doing? Which 2025 drafted prospect are you worried about where they got drafted? I mean, the big one for me is Nesbitt at 12. I don't know. I could live to regret that thought and everything, but oh boy. It is he is a guy who I would not have drafted that high, let alone traded up to draft. Oh, okay. We've got 2 signings. Ryan Johnson. I like Ryan Johnson. He's good. Buffalo Sabres for what? 3 years? 2.33 total? Oh no, 2,330,000. There we go. It is not a $1 contract. And Jack Rathbone. Ooh, Jack Rathbone. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. Why is he not on this list? Jack Rathbone. But yes, I would be very surprised to see Erik Karlsson get traded. Like, I'm not sure who's going to take that deal. Erik Karlsson. Like, how many more years is it? Let's check. Okay, so there's 2 more years at 11.5. I don't know. I don't know if anyone's going to take that deal, honestly, for a 35-year-old guy who was half a point a game this year on a bad team. I mean, maybe, but I wouldn't be offering very much, honestly. Jack Rathbone, oh, okay, so was he under contract already and they just extended him? Anyway, he's not on the list, so I'm too lazy to add him. And yeah, 3 years league min is not bad at all. I mean, league min period is nothing. So, bon matin, Jeremy. How are we today? Yeah, but anyway, the question, sorry, Jack Nesbitt at 12 is probably the one that I would answer. Not a whole lot of other ones really worry me, I would say. Like, I feel as though there is many universes that when we look back at the guys drafted from 3 through 15, 14, there might be, like, relatively equal output overall in different ways from all of those players. So, you know, like, is there a world where Caleb Desnoyers, for what he brings to the game, is equally as valuable as a Porter Martone or a James Haggins? I think it's possible. So I don't really fault teams for leaping above my list and drafting those guys early. But, you know, time will tell. We'll see. And I mean, I liked Haggins quite a bit. I liked Martone quite a bit, and I had them a tier higher than those guys. But this year's draft was really wide open, and there's lots of potential outputs, and I'll be very curious to see, looking back on what different things look like for different reasons. I also thoughts on Naruto. I've never watched a single episode. I'm not gonna lie. I honestly, like, I was never an anime guy. Like, when I was a kid in high school and everything, there were kids who were anime kids, but I was not one of them, and it was not what it is now. I was more of a comic book geek in high school in the 2000s, you know? Like, that was kind of more my jam, but not really a big anime guy, honestly. Like, I watched, like, Dragon Ball Z when I was a kid, if that counts. You know, I know that's a manga, but I don't know. Never got into it, and I could never do it. I did do a One Piece D&D campaign one time, and I'm still upset about it because the guy who was DMing it didn't ask if any of us knew anything about One Piece, and none of us did, except him. And at the end, it took 2 days to do the campaign, and he's like, this should have taken 6 hours. And I'm like, well, none of us knew what we could do. I was apparently a character with rubber arms, and I was like, well, he's like, you could use your rubber arms here and here and here and here. And I'm going, well, I didn't know. I don't know anything about this person. All I did with my rubber arms was pick up the dwarf that was traveling with us and lift him up and, like, extend my arms to put him up on a ledge really high in the air so that he could peer into a cave, right? That's it. Otherwise, I was like, I don't know. But he's like, you could have made yourself into a bridge and you could have crossed this chasm rather than go the long way and fight all the goblins. Okay. Thanks for the information there, guidebook man. Anyway, good dude, though. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, right? Good dude, but that was frustrating. I like what Boston's doing as well, honestly. Boston has been turning a corner. I mean, the shift of philosophy I don't know the answer to that, honestly. But, I mean, look, like a lot of the guys they have been adding are aggressive, aggressive physical guys. Marat, Fraser Minton is a pretty strong two-way guy. I don't know how much upside he has, but he's a guy. If they go out and land like a Marco Rossi, that would be pretty fun. Fabian Lysell has a lot of energy in his game. Like, it's still the kind of Boston Bruins identity. And again, Hagens is another guy who is more physically intense than you might think. So that it doesn't really surprise me that Boston is kind of same, but different, but still same, it's fun. Better long term, Michael Misa, NHL or NCAA? I mean, personally, I would say NCAA. Like, why rush him, right? Like, he's not gonna benefit from going back to a worse CHL next year, I don't think. Unless the San Jose Sharks bar and expectations are still pretty low, or they can't maybe add the right players that they're looking for this summer, maybe that's a situation where maybe you do it and just put him in the NHL and give him the sort of William Eklund, Will Smith treatment where it's like, yeah, we'll figure it out. It might be tough, but we'll figure it out. But I mean, I think he's good enough to maybe chip away and hang, but I think if you really want him playing a ton of minutes and being confident and taking the next step in his career, college is the safer bet. And with a guy like that good, I probably would go with the safer bet rather than jumping straight to the NHL. How do you think Gavin Brindley fits with the Avs long term? Do you think he makes the roster? I don't think he makes the roster, especially because he spent a good chunk of this past season injured and never really found his game with the Monsters from what I saw. But every time I watched him, I kind of went, okay, this guy's still there. It's just, I don't know if he's still recovering from his injury because he doesn't quite look the same in terms of actually generating offense. But the pace and the energy and the skill, it's all still there. So I'm not concerned. But I wouldn't expect him to make the roster out of camp. I guess it would be a good idea anyway to pull this up, but let's go to Daily Faceoff and take a look at who Colorado has on the roster already. Fat chance. So I think you're dealing with, there are jobs open, right? Would I rather have him in the lineup than Nikita Prishkapov, Ivan, Ross, maybe even Ross Colton, at least playing higher in the lineup? Yeah, I could see that. So if there's a chance, I would say, but I feel like Colorado more likely is going to look at this as like, okay, we need more depth, so let's go out and spend some money and get some depth and everything like that. I think they have some cap space. This is what I mean. I wasn't totally prepared. I was scrambling last minute and wasn't totally prepared. But yeah, the Avalanche, where are you? Yeah, they have a little bit of cap space. So if I imagine they're going to be one of those teams that spends, $1 million here, $1.2 million there, or whatever, yada, yada, yada. And then they come away with stuff, and some depth. And maybe Brindley is part of that mix. But I don't think he's breaking into this top six, really, right? Like, who's he going to knock out of this top six? And is he going to be, I could see him on the third line, I guess, and just playing some limited minutes and shelter him a little bit and let him sort of run around and see what happens. But I wouldn't give it a huge likelihood, and I probably would slow down. Take your time, I guess, is what I'm saying. And yes, Rayanne, you're right. Edmonton has been doing some good work, shedding some cap, Kane and Arvidsson. But the question always is, what do you do with it, right? What do you do with the cap space you've just created? And I can't wait to see what teams are going to uncork today and tomorrow. It's going to be really something. Yeah, cap friendly would have been clutch today, but Puck PD is okay. It does the trick. Not as good, but it does the trick, and it's good. It's a solid one. Do you think the Pens re-signed Tomasino? Probably. I don't know why they wouldn't. He got a qualifying offer, right? I mean, he should be. He would be an RFA, and I would imagine they qualified him. Because he's an NHL player. Like, he's 23 and he played in the NHL this year, right? Yeah, like 23 points in 50 games with Pittsburgh. You're gonna keep that kid. He's 23, And if they don't, I'll take him. Sure. Haven't watched your recap yet, but what team had the best draft in your opinion? I don't know. It's tough. I mean, there's a lot of teams I think that did pretty well. Like the first couple of picks a team made, I mean, the one that I really liked was Calgary, Reshny, Potter, and Stockselius. But there's a lot of development that needs to go into those guys, but the upside is enormous. I think the Ducks were interesting as well. Like I'm not as optimistic about Roger McQueen as others, but I understand the logic of him at 10. He was in that tier. And getting Nielsen at 40 or whatever it was, I think is really tidy work. Carolina, I think things could work for them decently well here. But in general, I mean, this draft class wasn't the most exciting group anyway. Pittsburgh, I think, did decently well as well. But I don't think there was a team like last year with Calgary where I'm like, oh my god, that every pick was an absolute banger, you know? But I feel like that was almost impossible. Montreal had a very interesting draft, and again, like a lot of development needs to go into it, but it could be pretty good. Detroit also, I think, had a sneakily good draft. Getting Carter Bear, Carter Bear, Eddie Yenborg, Michael Pradell, all really good bets. And I like Brent Solomon just fine. Nikita Teurin, I've seen here and there, and I like him. Graydon Robertson-Palmer, I've seen him here and there, and he's been kind of good. So I don't know. I think it's all fine and good. You know, like, I don't know. A lot of teams did pretty well. I don't think anyone, for me, like, blew it out of the water. I think Boston took some interesting bets. Yeah. All around, like the Islanders, a lot of teams I think will have, well, I haven't scored them out yet, but I think a lot of teams will have pretty good ratings and not a whole lot of like bad ones. And I don't think anyone like really botched it. I mean, there are definitely teams where if I had my way, like things would have gone a lot differently. Like, let's say Chicago, you know, for me, so if I'm just going to do this quick. Chicago had notepad. I need a notepad. There it is. I really should make a keyboard macro for what's it called? For opening Notepad. I feel like I use it more often than I think. But for Chicago, like I've been doing this with other teams over the last couple of days, but like the best players available for me, Chicago, it would have been Hagens at 3, Potter at 25. That's awesome. 29 would have been Nilsson. 66 would have been Svirchek. 98 would have been Mooney. Oh my god. 107 would have been Hillstrom. Oh my god. Sundqvist would have been 162. I would have missed out on Beauchene. Honestly, I think I'm being honest, I would call an audible here and skip Sundqvist because there's no defenseman there. And it wouldn't be Beauchene. Drott would be the next one. I mean, the next best defenseman for me then would have been Galvis. But let's, yeah, you know what? Let's just throw Galvis on there. The only sub 6 foot defenseman that would have been picked in the draft. And then at 194, yeah, Sundqvist probably. You know, like that's kind of, this is kind of what my what's it called? Chicago Blackhawks draft would have looked like. Here, I'll just do this. Like, this is what mine would have looked like. And I mean, I love that group. I like, this is kind of like, you can see the kind of team that I'd be building here, right? Like, like just balls to the wall, speed and power and energy and like craziness. So that's the kind of situation that I'd be looking at if I were them. So like teams kind of undershot what I thought they could do, but that always happens. You know, I'm not king of the world. Lafferty to Chicago. Oh, that's fun. Cool. Yes, I was Luffy. That's exactly who I was. Thoughts on Avatar: The Last Airbender, the animated series? Yeah, I had one buddy in high school who was really into Avatar, and he tried a little bit to get me into it, and I just couldn't do it. I don't know why. I'm not sure why. You know, I think I don't have the capacity to like have more in the tank for like entertainment, you know, than the things that I really love. Like I kind of hyperfixate. Maybe it's my ADHD, but I definitely like, I'm more of a sci-fi guy, straight science fiction. So like I don't watch a ton of anime because like my brain is focused elsewhere, right? Like I'm a huge, you know, animated comedy fan, and I'm a huge sci-fi fan and all that stuff. So yeah, you know, that's just where I come down. Is the One Piece real? Yes. I don't know. If Nesbitt had rubber arms, would you have ranked him higher? Probably, you know, like because he would be a superhero, right? Like somewhat, if a hockey player came along and was like, I have a superpower, kind of by default, right? Like you're fine. You'll be fine. You'll figure out something to do. Well, yeah, Nick Ehlers. It's gonna be fun. Let's see where Nick Ehlers goes. Who's ready for the Wings to sign Cody Ceci? Oh yeah, that's definitely Wings coded. Let's strap in for that. Only Penn's RFA that got a QO was Ponomarev. They didn't give a qualifying offer to Philip Tomasino? Really? Interesting. Okay. I mean, I would. Weird. I mean, I would take a flyer on him. Why not? Do you think Brunicky makes the NHL this year? He almost made it last year. I don't. Look, I'm a little biased. I wasn't a huge fan of Brunicky last year. I think his skating is good, but the rest is really rough. Like I think he's a player that looks really, really impressive, but the details are a lot more of a question mark. And I don't know. I would say also, like, didn't he spend a bunch of last year injured? Like, I think for him, I would much rather have him playing not in the NHL, wherever that might be, and giving him, you know, a year. Okay, so he played down the stretch with the Penguins minor league team. He played a big chunk of the season. Okay, sure. But again, like I don't see the reason to rush anybody to the NHL, right? Like I just take your time. And the Pittsburgh Penguins, like the only thing is maybe the Penguins go with you know, the approach of, oh, like it doesn't matter because we're not going to make the playoffs anyway, so he looks pretty good in camp, so let's give him a go. And you know what? Okay, I can't argue with that really. But I don't know. Maybe, but I don't know. I've just never been a huge Brunicky guy. Which player do you think will thrive in the NCAA out of the new recruits? It's a good question. Let's take a look at who they might be. Because I honestly, like, the last 2 months have been such a blur. I don't even remember who's been recruited where and doing what. But let's take a look. I wish you could just specify, like, who, oh my god, I wish you could just specify who you want, like the freshman class, I guess you could say. But let's do this. All ages, I don't know, under 19, maybe, that's probably freshman. What was the so thriving out of the NCAA, out of the new recruits. I mean, I'll be very curious to see how Jackson Smith does in the NCAA. Obviously, seeing Cullen Potter go back, he's not a new recruit. I should shut up. Jeremy Loranger might be a fun one. Conrad Fondrick with Boston University could be fun. Eric Nilsson with Michigan State. I mean, Keaton Verhoff is going to UND, which is going to be a good time as well. Who are the other guys that are next year that are going to college already? Is it just him? Oh, Anthony Bongo. Oh, no, he was this year, I think. Oh, Ehlers isn't signing today. Lame. Mayu for Bolduc is a great deal. I would have made that deal if I'm him easily. I don't even really like Zach Bolduc all that much, but I would have made that deal. Thoughts on the Kevin Ball contract? Kevin Ball signed a contract? I didn't know that. Wow. I don't know. Kevin Ball is exactly what the NHL wants right now. Big, defensively stable, not much else. That's, you look at his numbers and that's it. That's what he does. He doesn't drive a whole lot of offense, but he definitely does an okay job defensively. That's fine. Yes, Rayan, I am also a Claire Obscure guy. I actually haven't played that in a really long time. I've been playing too much Rematch, which we can boot up later if you want. But I've been playing too much. Been playing too much Rematch and Splitgate 2 recently in my spare time to 100% Claire Obscure. But I should get back into it and do the New Game Plus or whatever it is. But yeah. Since Montreal didn't get Kyrou, I wonder if they'll go for Ehlers. I mean, there's still time for Kyrou. There's still time. Provorov's superpower is cardio. Feel the same about that superpower. I mean, I don't know if that's a superpower, because it's not like it's a power. Like the dividing line between a superpower and a power, a strength and a superpower, right? Strength is one thing. Superpower is like freakish, Is there a guy who you think might play a few games in the Pens organization? Let me check. Let's take a quick look. Let's look at the Scouching drafted prospect tracker available for all partner level subscriptions and up. Pittsburgh Penguins. Here they are. Okay, so I don't want to sort. Oh, I did do this. Okay. Next season, I mean, Owen Pickering is a guy I think they're hoping will play. Ville Koivunen, I would love to see in a Penguins jersey next year. McGroarty probably will get in there. Otherwise, I don't know. I mean, maybe Brunicky gets a cup of coffee, but that's probably all I would say, really. Maybe they give Bill Zonin a game because he earns it in preseason, but I wouldn't bet on it. Those are the guys that I'm probably going to throw out there. Played some Final Fantasy. Again, honestly, no. That might get me canceled to some people, but Final Fantasy, I just never really got into it, and I wasn't a PlayStation kid. I was a Nintendo kid, and arguably still are. I really, really like the idea of Final Fantasy, but I had a friend when I was a kid who was a PlayStation kid, but he wasn't a Final Fantasy kid. So all I had was a Nintendo 64, and so I was much more up the Nintendo alley, pretty much my whole life. I was more playing Pokemon Gold and Silver and Red, Blue, and Yellow than Final Fantasy 67 or whatever it is. Kevin Ball or Connor McDavid? That's a tough one. I mean, Kevin Ball, I think he just signed a contract. I don't know. I'm not totally sure. Someone needs to confirm that he signed a contract. But maybe Connor McDavid, I guess. Haven't played Splitgate in a minute. Yeah, so Splitgate 2 came out, and I haven't played it in a while, but I do like it. There's been a lot of controversy around it because the developers keep kind of face-palming into the ground and screwing around and making mistakes and stuff. But I think the game itself has a lot of potential, and I kind of like the changes they've made. I do miss the sort of... It definitely feels a lot more cramped. Like, the first one felt really big and open and wide, which I really liked. And the portaling was, like, a big part of the game. And I find that apparently people were, like, complaining about that. And that so they made the second one a lot more sort of, like, running and combat focused rather than portaling. But to me, it's like, that's the whole draw of the game, right? Like, like being able to just zap around the whole arena like over and over and over and over again, and like learning how to navigate the arena and do so in a way that confused people and all of that. That felt like the big draw. Like there was that one open level where it was like out in the air, big open, wide open air, and you could jetpack from like one platform to another or portal across the entire map, and like it was like that. I love. I mean, I guess I might be in the minority on that considering they took that away, but the original and there's something about the bat in the original game that just is not right in this one. Maybe they turned down the sprint speed in this one. That might be the case as well. I don't know, but yeah, this game, the second one feels a lot more Halo than Halo and Portal. It's kind of like Halo, but let's put some portals in, rather than like we took Portal and Halo and mashed it together. You know, like that's what I loved about that original. And the second one, I just the replay value, I don't know. And the store doesn't really rotate that much, and I don't know. Like it's cool, but I'm not a huge. It's fine, I think, and I'll play more of it probably like when I have some more time in a couple of weeks. But like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll if my computer can handle it on stream, maybe we'll pull it out and fire up some later this summer. Pretty sure Pochorowski is not staying in North America, at least according to the statement. Oh, well, I mean, sure, you know, he can make a pretty decent living in Europe. Have you played Kingdom Come Deliverance? Do you like those style of games? Honestly, I don't know what that is. So no. Kingdom Come Deliverance. What is this? Okay. An action RPG. I mean, I do play those sometimes. Like I play The Witcher. I played a couple of those over the years. I mean, obviously, Skyrim was huge. I have the Oblivion remake, you know, so that's kind of where I go with that. Like Mass Effect is kind of ish like that. That's a good one too. But no, I have not played that one specifically. I've heard it's really good though, so maybe I'll check it out if I have time. Claire Obscure would have been perfect if they didn't add the dodge and parry mechanics. Disagree. Hard disagree on that. That's part of the best part of the game. Oh my god. That I'm watching the TSN stream, and in the back, I thought Jamie McLennan was pulling out a pack of cigarettes and like taking out a cigarette, but it was, I think, his microphone pack, and he's sticking it to his belt. But no, I mean, I think that's the whole thing with Claire Obscure that kind of makes it really special, is like how they incorporated a bunch of different influences and a bunch of different, like, yeah, good stuff. I love it. I think it's great. I hate Japan. Excuse me. Don't put that out there. Number one, I have gone to bat for the Japanese national hockey program many, many times. It's one of the most fun to watch in the world. That is not one of the premier programs in the world. And Japan is sick. I went to Japan once in high school. I went on a cultural exchange trip with my school, and because I was a band kid, and our band went over to a high school in Japan and played some shows with them. And Japan is so fun. I love Japan. Like, I want to go back so bad. Like the brother-in-law, so to speak, and his wife just got back from Japan a couple of months ago, and they went for a few weeks and loved it. And it made me really, really jealous, and I want to go. So yeah, I mean, yeah, and it's sad because it's a little bit, you know, chic to go now. So everybody's going there. But, you know, and I went to the Faroe Islands instead. Why play turn-based RPGs when Excel spreadsheets do the job? Yeah, damn right. You know, nothing like some good conditional formatting, right? I mean, watch this. Anaheim Ducks. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Damn, Christian Dvorak for $5.4 million. Woo. Damn. Is this not updating automatically? It is not. Well, it's just not updated. Okay. I guess nothing's been officially confirmed. Are you going to rate prospect pools? Yes. I just have to catch up on the players that I have never seen before, and I'm going to start doing that tomorrow because today obviously I'm busy doing this. And I've done some other stuff, building some tools and stuff for subscribers and stuff over the last couple of days, but yeah, I will do it. It's just it's just gonna be in the next like probably week, and then I'll start filming them probably next week sometime. I would say next week, very surely. So they'll come soon, and they come out pretty quick. So this guy went to the Philadelphia Flyers for 1 year, $5,400,000. Damn. Okay. What's the best evolution? Oof. That's a really good question. And Eevee evolutions. I mean, growing up, it was more about what's the harder type of Pokemon to acquire, right? So in like Red and Yellow, all you had obviously was Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, and I pretty much universally went Jolteon, or Flareon. Actually, probably Flareon. Was it? I think. Maybe. I don't remember. No, because when I played through Red, I had a Charmander. So I went for a Jolteon. And then I think I had Yellow and played through Yellow with a Flareon instead of a Jolteon. Because, like, water types are everywhere. You know? You literally get an item where you exclusively basically can catch water types. They don't have that for Electric or Flareon, or Fire, right? Unless you go to the power plant in the originals. Then you can maybe get some electrics, you know, Voltorbs and, you know, whatever. But other than that, I mean, I don't really know too much about, like, Sylveon and Glaceon, but I think in Gold and Silver, I had an Espeon, but I don't remember. This was 25 years ago. Oh, God, it was 25 years ago. Marlboro versus Newport. I can't give you a good answer. I've never seen them play. I've only smoked a cigarette once, and it was by accident. And I know that sounds hard to believe, but I thought it was something else. No comment on what I thought it was. But I was at a concert, and someone... Number one, who in their right mind at a concert that is indoors hands someone to take a rip off of a cigarette? What a greaseball thing to do, in my opinion, right? Hey man, we're having a great time together, Mr. Stranger. How about you share this this good experience with me? And hands you a cigarette. I almost barfed. It was bad. It was a bad time. Fun night though, still a fun time. Have you played Slay the Spire? Slay the Spire? I didn't say it was the Devil's Lettuce. It could have been like PCP or something, you know? You don't know. I didn't say. Bath salts, you know? That's a thing. Back in those days, that was a thing people were doing, is bath salts. Nope. Wrong. Not happening. Nope. Slay the Spire, I have never played. I'm a noob with roguelikes, you know? Like, for me, it's like Balatro. That's about it. Oh, and like Super Auto Pets. I like Super Auto Pets a lot, actually. That one's fun. I haven't played in a really long time, but it's fun. Wasn't there a story of you in Japan where you and some classmates were saying Japanese words without knowing what they were? Sort of. So we were on the subway. I was in Japan. I was 17, right? So I was a child, and me and my friends, I was part of the dumbass group of people in high school, like the weird, like Eric Andre esque, like people that nobody really found us particularly mentally stable. I feel like, that's kind of how it is, or was, I should say. It still is kind of like that. But when I was in Japan, we were riding the subway, and we had a guide with us. Where I went to high school, we had the privilege of a really not famous, but a very well known Canadian judoka, I guess you would say. A really, really high end guy who like studied in Japan forever. And we got the pleasure of doing some judo in high school in gym class. And he lived in Japan for a really long time. He's not Japanese, but he was fluent in Japanese. So he was kind of like our interpreter for the trip. And me and my buddies are sitting on the subway in Tokyo with a bunch of the kids in the class, right? We're all just there on the subway. And he's standing above us, like holding on to the railing, I guess you would say, the handles on the subway. And we keep trying to like figure out how to properly say, at the time, I believe the phrase was "Goryo shitemasu," and we're like trying to figure it out, and like we have our little guidebook and like whatever, we're trying to like piece it together. And what we were trying to say was, I have the shits, because we thought it was funny, like whatever, but we didn't really piece together that there were like people around us, and and it kind of was like, if you see a bunch of white kids on the subway in Japan and they're like, I have the shit poop, I pooped, pooping, like trying to figure out how to say it in your native language, it would be a little bit strange and maybe a little bit insulting. And so our interpreter guy, he just kind of looks at us. He goes, would you guys shut up? we're like, what? He goes, do you have any idea what you're saying? I'm like, no. He goes, you're telling everybody on this train that you think you have diarrhea. Like, you should probably call it, stop. He's like, just stop it. Shut up. And we're like, oh, yeah, you know what? Probably a good idea. We're a little too old for that, I think, at 16 or 17 years old. Parker Kelly, 4 years in Colorado. Interesting. 4 years, 1.7. Okay, well, let's update that. Kelly. Oh, he's not on here. That's weird. All right, well, let's just do this then. Parker Kelly. And he's staying in Colorado for 4 years. What's 4 times 1.7? 6.8? Yeah. Okay. Amir Miftahov to the Carolina Hurricanes. That's a fun one. Amir Miftahov. I think he was in the KHL last year. I mean, but that's very Carolina Hurricanes. Amir Miftahov, yeah, he was in Kazan last year. Yeah. Akbars Kazan. Carolina Hurricanes. For 1 year, we'll find out what the number is. KHL. Oh my god. KHL. And is this gonna be it? No. Ugh. Does it really matter? Do we really need to know Amir Miftahov's statistics from last year in Kazan? Um, 30, 2.18, and 0.927. Okay. All right. Where were we here? Did any draft stick out to you as bold on draft night? Oh, whoa, that we skipped ahead. Have you ever been anywhere else outside the country excluding the US? I honestly, like, I've been extremely fortunate in my life to have traveled a lot. And I would recommend, if you can do it, travel as much as you can because the world is big and the world is very, very cool. I have been to, let's see, Russia twice, which was crazy. Japan. I've been to the Caribbean a couple of times, but I did a backpacking trip in Europe after university. Went to Ireland, Iceland, Britain, France, Germany, Spain, Netherlands, Belgium, Austria, Switzerland, a little bit of Italy, Finland. I've done Scandinavia, Finland, Sweden, Norway, Denmark. My partner and I, a couple years ago, we did Edinburgh and the Faroe Islands, which was unbelievable. Where else have I been? I mean, I go to the U.S. relatively often. Yeah, I don't know. I've been all over the place, which is really great. I'm lucky. Japan is the new Amsterdam minus the typical taboo drops. I mean, a little bit, I think. I do love Amsterdam, though. I've been there a couple of times, and I love it. But it's like you kind of have to now, like, like Amsterdam to me is a place where if you want a really good experience in Amsterdam, you have to like rent an apartment and just like stay there and like live, you know? It's like a city that you kind of, I think you have the best experience in if you just live there. You know, like you don't like, we didn't really plan out our whole vacation there. We didn't really think too much. Like we stayed outside of the core of the city, but like on the subway line, so we still had access to everything, and we had like, you know, it was more of just like a let's see what we can experience, right? We'll walk around, we'll fall into some stuff, and like that's where I think where you can have a really, really good experience in Amsterdam, because like the touristy stuff is like really tacky now, I think, and that's okay, but it's for me not my jam. And so for me, I had a lot of fun there, just like staying in a place, you know, taking it easy, walking around, living, going to the rink and seeing the Amstel Tigers play a game and all that fun stuff. Yeah, any draft stick out as particularly bold? I don't know. I mean, I don't know about, I mean, Anaheim, I think McQueen at 10 is relatively bold. Columbus with Andrianov at 20 is bold, but I like it. Blake Vanek did not go 23rd. How did this happen? Blake Vanek went 93rd to the Ottawa Senators. 93rd. Here we go. Oh my god. If I'm the Toronto Maple Leafs, I look at Corey Perry. Yes, that will do it. That'll fix it. I mean, Toronto drafting Koblar at 64 or whatever is bold. And yeah, Simon Wang at 33 is optimistic. But I wouldn't say their whole class was bold. I mean, the Nesbitt thing is bold, definitely. Trading a bunch of picks and moving up and taking them is bold. But, you know, whatever. You know, I mean, there was this draft, like, not a whole lot really surprised me. Because I kind of went in. I think I am surprised by just the volume of raw, giant, unproductive players that got drafted. Like, I'm surprised by the volume of those. But there weren't very many players, if any, that went undrafted where I'm going, it is absolutely outrageous that this guy didn't get picked. Maybe there are some guys that I would have really liked to have seen get picked, but, you know, such is life. But overall, like, nothing, you know, I think letting Hagen slip is a bold league decision, you know, for the people that let that happen. I hope Frondell at 3 works the way that Chicago thinks it's going to work, because I had him at 7, but, like, we'll see. That's to me a little bit bold in a way. Yeah. What is this? Ooh, William Eklund, 3 years, 5.6 million. Oh, Besser in Vancouver is happening too. Okay. Is Eklund on here? No. Okay. Oh, because he's an extension. Cool. I mean, that's a great deal. Stankoven plus Eklund at 11.4 million. Yeah. Not bad. Not that they're on the same team, but those two things alternating is kind of fun. Yeah, it was not crack. I will say that. It was not crack. I'm always don't worry. I've been tainted since I was a child. My mom one time gave me whiskey so that I would fall asleep as an infant. So my blood has been soiled for decades, you know. My mom has openly admitted that she and my dad went on vacation to, I think it was Belize when she was pregnant with me, and was just smoking darts the whole time. You know, 1989, 1990, it was a different time. Have you played games like Factorio? A little bit, but not a ton. I have not honestly really been you know, I have not been really into those as well, honestly. Like Prison, was it Prison Builder or Prison Factory or something like that? Anyway, if you like roguelikes, you might like Gunfire Reborn. Really? You're telling me this? Really? Really? Alright, I'll check it out. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, sorry, Rayan, it's not halal. Yeah. I apologize for offending your culture. I've been told that when I was like 2 or 3, I really liked Popeye sticks and ate a cigarette. That's really funny. That's hilarious. I hope that actually happened to you. Not like because I enjoy like the discomfort that would have been, but that is a fantastic life story. Eating a cigarette, thinking it was a Popeyes candy cigarette, is epic. That's hilarious. Brock Besser, 7 years, 50. Oh my god. Okay. Cool. 7 years, 50.75. $50,750,000. What an absurd amount of money. Not because he's like not good. I just like the volume of that money is wild. But you know, yeah, 7.25 million, whatever. You know, it's fine. Cool. Yeah, I have a bad case of diarrhea. That's one of my favorite YouTube videos. Would Granlund be a good fit for the Blues? I mean, I guess they just got rid of Bolduc, and so there's some scoring on that team that could be useful. We will see. I think with Granlund, you know, for a 1-year relatively cheap deal, I would do it. He had a really good run with Dallas there. It's a real shame that he's too small to produce in the playoffs, though. You know, he's not really that playoff-built guy, even though he had, you know, he had points. But it's too bad. It's a real shame, you know? Was Colin Blackwell mentioned yet? I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Colin Blackwell gets mentioned a whole lot in general. Is there something that happened to him? Oh, he signed with Dallas. Blackwell. Signs in Dallas. Boring. For 2 years. Okay. 3.1. Cool. Wife is Korean, haven't had a chance to visit, but definitely want to go. I agree. I do want to go to Korea as well. I've heard really good things about it. I've never been down under as well. Australia, New Zealand. The Dungeons and Dragons dungeon master I was mentioning earlier actually moved to New Zealand for a year. I don't know what he's doing down there. I'm probably having a great time, but yeah. That's true. Signing Corey Perry would get them to the finals, I guess. Yeah. It's just like watching the Toronto Maple Leafs become the Toronto Maple Leafs I remember from like 2003 is just so funny. Like they obviously, have made some good moves, like I mean getting something for Mitch Marner, sure, but like the John Tavares and Matthew Nyes deals are solid, and we'll see what they do today if anything, but I opine for the days where the Toronto Maple Leafs go out and get Brian Leetch and Joe Nieuwendyk and Ron Francis and Phil Housley and Doug Gilmour in his 30s and the whole gang of future Hall of Famers in the twilight of their career. So maybe Corey Perry is the next one and he can make that work, Maybe that's their ticket. They just need a Corey Perry, and then maybe then Mitch Marner will produce in the playoffs. Oh, wait. Not going to happen. Well, I shouldn't say in the playoffs, but in late series games in the playoffs. Maybe that'll get him kickstarted, but Jack Eichel might do that for him instead. Yeah, I mean, that's a really good deal for Eklund. Again, like, this is also a benefit of drafting really well, and really doing well, is because, like, Brock Besser is on a longer and much more expensive deal. And William Eklund, like, the cap number is lower, and maybe you're going to pay more in 3 years, but at least then it's like, in those 3 years, who is the more reliable player, right? I mean, maybe it's Besser. He's got a huge track record, sure. But, yeah. Tricky stuff. And yes, those Leaf teams did win playoff series. You're correct. You're right. It's just, like, fun, because those guys weren't the core part of it, though, right? Like, Eric Lindros as a Toronto Maple Leaf, like, could easily, like, how many people remember Ron Francis's run with the Leafs, or Brian Leetch? Like, nobody. People probably even forget that those guys were on the team. They weren't really the focal point, but nice to have them around. Corey Perry to the Kings. Oh no, Leafs fans fell to their knees in the club. All right, so the LA Kings are going to the Stanley Cup Final. I guess they were sick and tired of Perry on the Oilers. So Corey Perry goes to the LA Kings. There it is. For 1 year. Was it 1 year? No, it doesn't say. Oh, it's a total for Blackwell of $1.5 million. Oh, I thought it was 2 years at one. Oh, there we go. Okay, sure. League min for Colin Blackwell. Good for him. A lot more money than I've ever made. How do Ducks fans feel? I mean, Ducks fans should feel pretty good in general, Yeah, disappointed with the Eklund term. I mean, I get it. Like, if I'm William Eklund's agent, I'm probably really wanting that kind of a deal. Like, you go, look, I'll take less money, than what I think my client is worth, but then we're gonna re-up at the end of this, and because he's only really had, like, I would argue, one really solid, strong, I belong in the NHL and I'm a good player here year. And so if I'm his agent, I go, okay, let's bust our butt, and for the next few years really become a center point, an offensive center point of this team, and then we can go long term, and then we can whatever, right? Like, I'm sure from the team's perspective they would have loved to have locked him up at a number similar to this, but you don't have to agree to that, right? Like, the client and the player is the one who approves of the transaction, right? So, yeah, if I was his agent, I would have said the same thing, or really wanted that. Yeah, like, yeah, you could have pushed long term, I guess, but I would have done what he did. I was promised contracts, bro. I don't know. Maybe there is some truth to the NHL like really coming down hard on the really coming down hard on the tampering stuff, you know, and maybe teams are only doing the paperwork on a lot of these deals now, you know, after the noon period and whatever, but I don't know. I mean, it's also not the most exciting free agent class, right? That's another thing. Anyway. What a time to be alive, eh? Brock Biesa. All right. Well, since there's no questions in the chat or anything, let's tab over. Let's have some fun because nothing's really happening. Which place did I enjoy visiting the least? That's a good question. The place I enjoy, I mean, place I enjoyed the least. Oh, I've been to South America. Honestly, Rio de Janeiro was not awesome. Rio de Janeiro was like kind of weird. Like, it's very beautiful. The landscape and the situation that they're in there, like the geographic landscape is very beautiful. And unlike, yeah, okay, continue. Great, continue. Ugh, the worst. Yeah, I mean, Rio, like, but it felt kind of like, how do I put it? Like, it felt... It was like the inequality there. It felt like America in 5 years. You know, like there's like slums and the people like squat there and it's like they're everywhere. But then there's like 3 blocks down the road, it's like a stretch of like Gucci stores, Prada stores, you know, the fanciest stuff you can imagine and like beautiful beaches and yada, yada, yada. But there isn't like, I don't know, like it's really weird. It was just very strange. And I really liked Uruguay. I really, really liked Uruguay. Like Montevideo is very nice. And I liked Buenos Aires. I did. Yeah, I feel bad for tabbing over because Lane Peterson signed. Okay. My first instinct is like Italy here. This is my thought. Like the Tuscany kind of vibe. Oh, it is Italy, for sure. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's just do this and put some pressure on this guy. I'm gonna say that this is somewhere around... Yeah. I mean, otherwise, though, like, there aren't a whole lot of places that I straight up, like, have not enjoyed or did not like. I mean, Moscow I did not enjoy, really. St. Petersburg I love. I love St. Petersburg. Oh, it's in Spain? Gross. Gross. Yeah, Will gets kidnapped in a favela. Yeah, no, didn't get to that point, but yeah, it was not awesome. I don't think. Okay, America, is this the States? Randy Wise Homes Incorporated, 678 phone number. That doesn't really help me. Okay, so this is the U.S. That's definitely an American. I'm thinking the Northeast. I'm thinking these houses or the cars and the signs. Pep Boys Auto. I'm trying to also see on the license plates like what design it is, but I can't really tell. Accentria Insurance. Okay, Medicare. This is definitely America. Okay. A road sign. That will help. Florida. Okay. Maybe not the Northeast, then. This is a moderately sized city. Just maybe Jacksonville. It doesn't feel like swampy. It doesn't feel swampy. So I'm thinking North Florida. Because I don't think it's very swampy up there. Armia to the Kings is a good one. I like that. Yeah, Vladar to the Flyers. Sure. Oh, okay. So it was Northern Florida, just in Niceville. Yes, I'm from Niceville. That's not a... What is this? Okay. Is this like Kazakhstan? This is making me think immediately like Kazakhstan somewhere, like in the middle of nowhere. Nice. I'll take it. I take that. I know you probably talked about this, but how does Bolduc look on Montreal? I mean, I feel like he'll play down the lineup. He's a nice piece to add. I don't know. I don't expect huge things out of Zach Bolduc, but as like a complimentary scoring forward with some physical energy, like, I could see it. This is like... That makes me think South America. This is very beautiful, by the way. I want to go here. This is what I want to do. I'm just gonna guess because I don't want to waste any time here. I'm gonna say this is like northern Peru, maybe somewhere up here. Why not? Will goes to Brazil episode, yeah. Yeah. Are you a tourist? Brazil's a beautiful country. Brazil's beautiful. Are you a tourist? Both are great, but would you rather go to a geographically beautiful spot or urban center culture type? Oh, South America. South Africa. Lame. I would, I don't know. Like, they're two sides of the same coin, honestly. Like, I love going to cities, and I don't like going to cities and... Like planning out a vacation in a city. Do you know what I mean? Like, I like I said with Amsterdam, like, I like going to a city and just getting an apartment or something and just sitting there for a week, you know? And just kind of going with it. Walk around, get a cup of coffee, you know, like, just kind of live there. Like, that's what I love to do. You know, and the sights and sounds and stuff, like, go and see tourist... Like, I'll go to a museum, but then the rest of the day just kind of, like, wander around. Like, I don't really think about it too much. I have no idea where this is, by the way. I'm thinking Europe somewhere, but... Oh, crap. I don't know. How in the hell do you find out that that's Albania? I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. But yeah, I mean, geographically beautiful, I love those too, right? Like, when we did Edinburgh and the Faroe Islands, like, I'm thinking this is Mexico right away here. Humaya. Las Piedras Blancas. I don't know my Mexico very well, but I feel like Humaya is a place that I've heard of in Mexico, but I could be wrong. Maybe I should just Google it. 104. There's 101. 110. It's really annoying when they don't follow any sort of normal naming convention with their roads, you know, like the US does. But I don't know. Sure. But yes, doing the Faroe Islands is, like, incredible. If you can, I would highly recommend it. Oh my god. Argentina? I'm screwing around too much on this. My rank is gonna die. Oh well. We tried. Anything coming up here? Not really. TJ Tynan. Cool. But yeah, I mean, I would highly recommend the Faroe Islands, and I think they're having flights from New York now. And Edinburgh was a nice one too. It's like a 2-hour flight from there, hour and a half. I would also say though, if you're gonna go to the Faroe Islands, don't expect much in the way of amenities. The food is not amazing. It is expensive, but it's worth it if you just rough it. You know, live off of granola bars and sandwiches. What's the place I stayed at? Siggy's guest house, something like that. Ingy's guest house. That's the place I stayed at. It's out near the airport. Highly recommend that place. It's pretty good. Anyway, really worth it. But it's like, I don't know. If I could do it my way, I'd do a mix of both. You know, like land in a city, stay there a few days, find somewhere off the beaten path to go, and come back to the city for a few days. You're very welcome for my hockey coverage. I went to China last year, and Beijing kind of feels like that. One block is essentially slums, and the next street is concrete Gucci stores. Yeah, I've never been to China, but I believe it. Is Nick Ehlers not signing today good or bad for free agency? Well, look, I'll tell you this. David Clarkson didn't sign on July 1st. So some of the biggest deals of all time for the best players of all time, they don't happen right away. It takes some time. And I mean, look, it's up to him, right? Like, I would probably be similar, where it's like, look, if I want to take my time and think about this and, you know, not just jump at the first opportunity, then I'm gonna wait, you know, and I get that totally. Whoa, Gavrikov. Okay, we're tabbing over to this now. We got Gavrikov off the board for $7 million. That is a big deal. Yeah, I don't know. Like, where are the Islanders headed? Or the Rangers headed? I really have no idea. That's an interesting pickup, though. Like, Gavrikov is fine. But that's a deal that takes him pretty much into his late 30s. So, you know, I don't know. The Rangers seem to be this team that ever since they kind of started in this new era have been, like, up and down, like, yeah, we're going to rebuild. And then they turned out to be a little bit better than they thought, a little quicker than they thought. But then it actually was kind of smoke and mirrors a little bit. And they really are relying on their goaltending. But now they're like, well, we're not going to blow it up, but we missed the playoffs and didn't have a first round pick. So we got to keep kind of moving forward, I guess. And we'll see what happens. But yeah, what else is going on here? Tynan. Okay. Tynan is staying in Colorado? Yes. For 1 year. Goncalves is staying in Tampa for 2 years. Did we miss any? Vladar? Yeah, Vladar went to the Flyers for 2 years, 700. Team Scouching member Dan Vladar, by the way. I should mention that. He's sick. I like Armia to LA. LA adding Armia and Perry today already is pretty tidy. Boy, Craig Button is fired up. What else did we miss? Nothing really. Armia's number isn't there. I went to France a few years ago because I have family who live there. We went to Disneyland, and there's a photo of me on Lightning McQueen being unhappy because my mom didn't get me the Goofy hat. I could see that happening with you, for sure. Will treats like vacations like sample testers of future places of residence? I mean, kinda. you know? I like to live, man. Oh, Keandre Miller's getting traded. Oh my god. This is what I mean. Like, the Rangers, what are they do? Like, what's the plan? Like, he's an RFA, and so clearly they would rather have Gavrikov, who is much older and probably more expensive, and they're trading Miller. Connor Brown to the Devils for $3 million a season. Okay. Okay. For what was it? 4 million? 4 times 3. Wow. All right. Oh. That is an interesting deal. I mean, I get, like, this is the thing, right? Like, we're living in a world where the cap's going up really fast. You know, that's just the way she goes. Man, it's crazy that TSN's top free agents of the day at 12 o'clock, number 4 was Jake Allen. Honestly, like, where's the Pius Suter love, you know? We won't talk enough about Pius Suter, and that's a guy who I would definitely be looking for, and going and snagging him. I mean, I agree. Like, Brown's deal is fine. I just, like, and it really, at the end of the day, these days, $3 million is not very much. So it's fine, but it's just, I don't know. Like you said, he's been injured here and there, and I didn't think he was like a guy. Like, again, it's like, yeah, the money's fine, but can you spend $3 million on a replacement level player that isn't Connor Brown and probably get a dependable bottom 6 solid guy instead? Like, would you rather have a Steven Lorentz at 1 point whatever or Connor Brown at 3? Personally, after having seen Lorentz a lot and seeing Connor Brown with Edmonton this year, I probably would go with Lorentz. But I think at that point you're splitting hairs. So if you can save yourself like $2+ million, not 2, but at least $1 million a year, like, you know, it's like you can get a guy like Connor Brown, and he's probably a good player to have on your team, but is that really the best per dollar value is all? Like, it's fine, but especially if New Jersey has the money. But yeah. And Miller to Carolina is pretty nuts. Again, like, I'm not sure what that plan is there. And yes, Pius Suter, top center on the market. Yeah, elite. But yes, I when I travel, it is a lot of the time like very calm and quiet, you know. It wasn't like that when I was a kid, you know. My parents were not like that. It was, we're going here and here and here and here and here and doing this and doing that. At least when I was little. But nowadays, not so much. You know, we've all settled down a little bit, but, you know, doing things is overrated. I'll say that. Just doing things. Do less, and you'll feel better. Yeah, Sturm going back to Minnesota. Interesting. Ooh, what's your favorite Asian League ice hockey team? That's a very good question. What's the team? I know the Ice Bucks are the classic. You know, everybody loves the Ice Bucks. But yeah, for me it was the Tohoku Free Blades. That's the one. Their arena's really cool. I think if they're the team I'm thinking of. Yeah, we like the Tohoku Free Blades. Is that what it is? Oh no, that's not it. Whoops. Is it the Nico Ice Bucks? No, it's not them either. It's not the Yokohama Grits. No. That is very nice, though. That's quite a nice arena. Weird. Maybe I made it up. But I'm pretty sure... Nope, it's not it's not Hokkaido. Unless it's a team that doesn't exist anymore. Nope. I don't know. Asia League. Sick. Yeah, I would agree. The Sharks should get relegated if they don't reach the cap floor. I agree. Enjoy life, not activities. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Cold beer and a beach is a vacation. Honestly, not a beach guy. It's not my jam. I'm more of an outdoors guy in terms of like that thing. Like I did a trip through the US and did national parks for a month once in university. That was interesting. That was really cool. I didn't spend a single second on a beach, but I spent lots of time in national parks, and the US national parks, you know, we'll see what happens with them over the next few years, but if there's anything the United States does well, it's their national parks department, because holy God, those places are great in so many ways, and Canada could learn a thing or two. Stars Kobe. Oh, it's the first season for them? Wow. Good for them. They don't have funding to maintain those parks. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we'll see what happens. It seems like they're gonna, you know, sell a bunch of the land, but whatever. Favorite popcorn flavor? I mean, I'm not a big popcorn guy. The better half is a huge popcorn person. Huge popcorn person. And my partner in crime definitely does the Flavacol. Is that what it is? Which basically tastes like what's it called? It's salt and butter basically as a flavoring. But you can get it on Amazon or something, and it's basically like movie theater tasting, which is pretty good. Yeah, it's like butter flavored salt. Oh gosh, Michael Pizzetta, right on. There we go. Now we're talking. Mitch Marner, who? All right. I mean, that's what Toronto wants. They want to be tougher to play against, right? Whatever. It's nothing. It's zero. It's like $0. I'd much rather sign that contract for a player like that than the Ryan Reeves one, you know? Like Pizzetta, he's not going to do much, but, you know, neither did Ryan Reeves. Colin White to the San Jose Sharks. Wow. But yeah, Flavacol popcorn. Worth the try. RHP. Oh, Raphael Harvey Pinard. Yeah. Hey, we like RHP around here. That's for sure. All right. Let's go back to this because I'm bored. I know that streaming on the internet and openly admitting I am bored is probably a bad thing to do. We could play a game of how much water do you think is in the bucket of my dehumidifier over there. You know, in terms of like, you know, either volume or distance from the bottom of the. This is making me think like Britain, England somewhere. The house, basically. If a house has a solarium, I just automatically assume that it's England somewhere. Who is this? Okay, those are not English names. Ziegler, Mines, and Hines. Mainz and Heinz. Is this like Germany? Uh-oh. Rural, where's the fields? Where are the cornfields of Germany? I don't know. Denmark. I won, though, so that's fine. Tanner Jeannot contract is the Tanner Jeannot of trade of contracts. I haven't seen it come in yet. 37 ounces? Yeah, no. I don't think it's that much, but you can take a guess. Los Bucaros para Parcelación. The 310 area code. I need to learn my area codes, honestly. You're driving on the right side. Is that... I think that's Spanish. Los speed bump? Uh-oh. What is this? Something like tropical-ish? Let's, I don't know. Oh. Okay. Colombia. Puerto Rico, no beach, yeah. Oh. Well, that'll help. Okay. Which way are we going here? North. Onbetsu. Mombetsu. Mbetsu. So many Betsus. I think this is more the right area here. Somewhere on Hokkaido Island. Aha! No. Onbetsu, Mombetsu, Pashukuru. I feel like this other person is also really focused on getting it absolutely right. Ugh. Futamata. Fukugawa. Oh, 38. There's the road. Oh my god, I'm so stressed out here. Why is this highway so long? Ah, we're here somewhere. Onbetsu. What the? So you turn to go east on 38. How do you... Sure. Whatever. Jeannot to Boston, 5 years, 3.4. Ah, okay. Sure. Oh, they gave up. I don't know if they left or what. I had a feeling. Okay. Okay. Tanner Jeannot. Five years, 3,400,000. Yo, Craig Button is on one today. Craig Button is on something today, like a wild one, because he is going hard. Going hard. Yeah, I would agree. Like, I would be hitting the phones hard to see who's available, because if Tanner Jeannot's getting 3.4 million after the season he just had, like, for 5 years, I am getting on the phone and being like, do you want to just, like, not deal with this and just take someone from our team and give us something? Because, you know, I mean, yes, Craig Button is correct. I'm not saying he's not, right? He's very correct. And if I were on a TSN panel, I probably would behave the same way, if I'm being perfectly honest. Yeah, I think Canadian hockey media needs more of that, but we're not going to talk about that if we don't have to. But yeah, he's correct. The look on his face there, too, says it all. Just... But this is the thing that I find so interesting, is that the salary cap is inflating very quickly. And the last time something like this happened, the way that general managers used that extra cap space basically handed the Seattle Kraken a pretty decent team to get started in Vegas as well. Like, the fact that they just went, oh, I have all this money to spend, and then just blew it all. You know, like Tanner Jeannot at $3.5 million for the Boston Bruins, that's whatever, it's fine. But like, and none of these deals, like 3% of the cap, 5% of the cap, like, who cares? But it's like, when you make a bunch of signings like this, they add up and they can make some problems. But obviously these are also deals that are like not for major players. Almost universally, like Boeser and Gavrikov probably are the exceptions. But anyway. Oh, whoops. Tanner Jeannot's going to make a little more than $680,000 a year. Although with taxes in Massachusetts, who knows? Oh no, whatever will I do making $800,000 a year? Okay. Where are we? Yeah, there are more places called Fudomata, you're right. All right, let's go back. Let's do another one of these. We'll do another one of these, and if there's no good signings, I'm going to need to take a little break. I need to go to the man's room. That one sip of coffee went straight through me. Oh, this feels like a place I've been before. That sign looks identical to... Is this South Africa again? I feel like these are the exact same road. That was the exact same left-hand turn signs, or left curve signs, as there were in South Africa. I had a friend who lived in South Africa for a little while. Maybe I should just call him and ask. Ugh. I am gonna think about... Restaurant. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Where are there mountains in South Africa? Maybe up here somewhere? Up near Durban? 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 One of the stands. Albania. I think that was where the last one was. You know? I think. Okay, that looks like Italy. Italian. Duh, 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 duh. This is probably somewhere up north where there's a lake. Where are the Italian lakes that aren't Lake Como? Is it... The lake is to the south. Are we here? Maybe. Oh, he was where I was about to guess. Where is this? What is this place? Outside Naples. Oh, God. Okay, you're driving on the right, so this isn't Australia or New Zealand. And I can't go that way. Okay, great. Cool. Whatever. Didn't want to anyway. This one I feel like once I get it, or once I know what it is, I won't forget moving forward, just like I did with the Albania one. Is that Cyrillic? That doesn't look like the Latin alphabet. I don't recognize the signs. Oh, this'll help. Okay, so it is Cyrillic. Oops. Oh. I don't know. Oh. It was the other side of the desert. The other side of the Kazakh desert. Well, now I know what signs in Russia in that region look like. Put chains on your tires in the winter? Oh, cool. So this is Turkey. That's easy. Burunkoy. Which way am I going here? North, northeast. So... the mountains are kind of up here, right? This is very beautiful, by the way. Seems kind of cool. Ah! I don't know. Okay. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm still in this. It's not over. Oblivakia. Okay, so Euros, but not Latin. Is this like Bulgaria? Moldova? God. I haven't seen a non-digital gas sign in so long. This is Ukraine? Would this be Ukraine? Now that's a car. I want one of those. Is that a dude peeing? That might be a dude peeing in the woods on a Google Maps car. Okay, so that is a Soviet car for sure. I'm gonna go Bulgaria here somewhere. Yeah, because they wouldn't use the euro in Bulgaria. I don't know. Hungary? Oh, it's the border of Ukraine and Hungary. Okay. Boy, this is close. This is a close one. I think this is Australia. Coolaman sounds like a place in Australia. Tamora and Coolaman are to the south and north. Okay, so we're not in the... Oh, God. God, I don't know. Okay, I take that. I win. That's a win. That's a win. The top center on the market signs for 4x4? Is that Suter? Hugh Suter? Is that who that is? Whoa, Dennis Gilbert, everybody. Dennis Gilbert signed. Stay calm. Armia signed in LA. 2 years, $5 million. Yeah. Colin White, what did he get? Amir Miftahov. Oh my God, there's too much to catch up on here. Where are you? Ah. Colin White. 1 year. Okay, 1 year league min. Asan, 1 year league min. What did Corey Perry get? Doesn't been said yet. Okay. Oh, I got pranked. There you go. Johnny Chris Johnston. That's a good one. Would you rather go to the Faroe Islands or Iceland? Honestly, Faroe Islands. Because Faroe Islands, like, it's so cool. Like, there's nobody there, number one. Iceland is... Well, there's not that many people there, but I believe in the summer especially, the population doubles because of tourists. I did go to Iceland for the first time in 2009, 2008, when nobody even knew it existed. And that was really cool because I remember I was waiting at a bus stop because we were going to hike Mount Asia, and there weren't direct, like, tourist links. So you had to take the Reykjavik bus system to get to Asia, which is this, like, mountain off in the distance from Reykjavik. And we were going to hike it. And we were waiting for the bus on the way home. And these, like, 3 girls came up to us, and they were talking to us in English, and they were like, what are you doing here? Why are you here? And we're like, it's really beautiful. Like, look around. And they're like, look around. Like, we don't even have any trees here. Like, what are you doing here? Anyway, so it was fun. But I mean, the thing about Iceland is that it sounds weird, but it's really big compared to Faroe Islands. Like, Faroe Islands, tip to tip, we were staying near the airport. It was about 2 hours of a drive to go from one tip to the other. So it's very, very compact. And it's really fun. I mean, it's a fun place, especially if you just sort of go for the sights and stuff. And the driving is beautiful, and it's still got, like, a level of, like, rawness to it, right? Where, like, you know, for example, like, some of the hiking paths are still pretty bare. You know, like, there were hiking paths we took where you could just jump right off a cliff if you really wanted to. There was no barrier. There was safety instructions and everything, but, you know, like, there wasn't much in the way of, like, real infrastructure, which I kind of like. You know, some of the hikes are marked with, like, sticks and rope, you know, like little twine maybe. And it's kind of fun that way. but also it's like there's just nobody there, so nobody's really bugging you. And there are tourists there, but the people who go there, at least the people that were there when we were there, were universally pretty much really cool. Like the tourists that we met there, we stayed with a couple of people in the same building as a couple of people from New Zealand. They were really, really nice and just similar to us. And we were driving around one day, and it's very like mountainous there, like very steep. So you like the roads like hug the mountains there. And so you turn around a corner and it's a completely different, like what's it called? Lord of the Rings like situation, right? Like look. And we turned the corner once and there were all these cars parked on the side of the road. And we're like, what is this all about? And it was literally a couple of whales just going up and down the fjord, right? Just going up, just doing laps. I don't know what they were doing, but it was two whales just together, just going up and down for about half an hour. And then they left and people were just watching them and taking pictures and that kind of thing happening there is not common in terms of like just coming across that. I've actually had weirdly good luck with whales in my life. I went to Vancouver once and went whale watching, and oh no, that wasn't in Vancouver. It was somewhere on the Pacific coast, and we saw whales bubble net feeding, which was like extraordinarily rare according to the people who ran the company. They're like, this happens with people in the boat maybe like once a decade. Where like what happens is like there was, I don't know, 10, 15 whales together, and they basically swim in a circle around like a school of fish. They just like swim in a circle and force the fish into this like whirlpool that they can't escape from. And then the whales like push them up from the bottom of that whirlpool. And all of these fish just like come to the surface of the water and then just like mouths. And they're just like, nom, 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 nom. It was one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life. Like, it was bizarre. And they did it 2 or 3 times. Like, whales are the coolest. And that's apparently a behavior that they only learn when they are born and raised in a certain environment of whales. Like, a pod of whales of a certain size, and they have to have the skills to, like, teach them how to do it, which is not super common. So that was really cool that I got to see that. So whales and me, we're like this, you know? Yeah, Ryan Lindgren to Seattle. That's one. Yep. Kakinen to Montreal. Montreal. Kind of... Oh, actually, I better get it right here. I better get the accent right because otherwise people from Montreal will yell at me. Juleson to Philadelphia. Was he already there? Yeah, he was already there. And he's not on the list. I just pulled this from Elite Prospects, by the way, of NHL players whose contracts expire next year, or this season, so... Kaylor Yamamoto to Utah, or staying in Utah. I like, oh, he's from the Canucks, but I thought he was with I thought they moved him to the Flyers and he's just staying there. I could be wrong. Kaylor Yamamoto, that's a fun one. Juleson is following Talking around, yeah. Maybe this time I'll get into the lineup. Maybe this time. No, I'm kidding. Okay. While there's a bit of a lull, I am going to take a 2-minute break. I will be back probably quicker than you think, so don't go anywhere. Okay, I have returned. Juleson more TOI than Drysdale. I mean, Tocchet is going to be very interesting with the Philadelphia Flyers, considering they just went out and got Trevor Zegras and have guys like Matvei Michkov on the roster. But who knows? Maybe it'll be great. Maybe it'll work. Maybe they'll win a Stanley Cup. David Riddick to the Islanders. Okay. All right, David Riddick. Sounds good to me. The Blues got Nick Bjugstad. Okay. Nick Bjugstad. Why did I not have him on here? Oh, there he is. It's St. Louis? Yeah. Um, 1.75 times 2 is 3.5. Sweet. Cool. Pittsburgh's done nothing today. Why would they? I still think Pittsburgh will be the winners of free agency if they want to be. Rust and Raquel become extremely appealing once Ehlers signs. That's true. That is true. They're still talking about Connor McDavid. All right. Prosvetov to Calgary to be Wolf's backup. Okay. Cool. Cool. I think he was a KHL guy last year, right? Ivan Prosvetov from Moskva. Who was it? Prosvetov to Calgary. Uh, 38, 2.32, and a 0.920. Cool. Yeah, Colorado Avalanche legend Ivan Prosvetov. Dubas won't sell. They have to lose with dignity for Crosby. I mean, yeah, but maybe. I mean, like when Mario Lemieux was Sidney Crosby's age, they were pretty bad and had nobody. And I think Sidney Crosby is paying it forward from here on. You know, like he's won his cups. See what happens. When do you start working on 2026? You watch them over the summer? Yeah, so the way this works is I will be doing the recaps and then the pipeline video recordings, and then I ship them off to the editors for them to publish. And then, yeah, I mean, I pretty, like August is generally when I start really working towards like getting a foundation for the coming season. Maybe a little bit, like I take a little bit of time off because I do take some weekends, but I'm working a lot, like my hours are kind of like whenever I'm awake, unless I have things to do, right? Like if I have family stuff, I obviously do that. I'm not that crazy, but, that's, so I do take a little bit of time off in the summer, just to sort of sit back and catch up on some stuff that I, haven't gotten to. And then, yeah, probably mid-August is when I really start building a foundation. And like, I've seen a lot of these guys already, and I have got a baseline list of who I want to focus on first. I mean,
I'm preparing the hot takes. You know, Gavin McKenna, number 7. Oh god. That's not a serious comment, by the way. I don't have guys ranked yet. I have them in an order of priority of who I'm most interested in looking at, but I'm not calling that a ranking. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why Pittsburgh would let Tomasino go, honestly. I don't really understand that, but I don't know. It is what it is. Let's see here. Let's go back to this. Why not? I'm on a roll here, all right? Like, I won a couple there, pulled off a pretty good one there at the end, and nothing's happening, so maybe we'll do this. And if Rayanne is still here, pop into rematch, maybe. This Blachinsky guy's going down, even though he's got a nice hat. I like his hat. Oh, boy. This reminds me of Russia. Oh, is that Korean? I think that's... Or is that Japanese? I thought... God, I feel so ignorant right now. I don't think that's Korean. No, that's Japanese for sure. Yeah, that's definitely Japanese. Or is it? No, I think that's... Oh, God, I feel like an idiot. Nope, I think that's Korean. I think that's Korean. I don't know. Yeah, it's Korean. The dead giveaway for me with Korean is it has a bunch of circles in it. Yeah. Gangwon-do. Okay. By the way, we started watching Squid Game Season 3 or 2.5, and I'm not emotionally prepared for that show every time it comes back. Ooh, Keandre Miller for Scott Morrow is interesting. Kerala Armed Police. Oh, where's Kerala? Oh my god, I know that's a place. I know that's a place. Oh, I'm thinking of Kampala. Kerala. Oh god. Ah, circles act as a silent character. Got it. That is something I do want to learn more about, is like script I'm not used to. Like I wish I knew more. Ugh. All right, I'm just gonna guess Uganda. Okay, it was India. All right. Oh, Kerala's a state in India. Got it. Okay, well, close game still. I'm winning. I'll take it. Okay, so you're driving on the right. So this makes me think Australia, because it doesn't look green enough to be New Zealand. And that looks like traditionally British script, but it's not Britain. Which makes me think Australia still. Urana? Yeah, this is Australia somewhere. Okay, so it's Urana, but where is that? Carlton Draft. I don't know. I'm gonna assume it's somewhere outside of Sydney. Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. I might be biased, but my first thought was this looks an awful lot like Canada, but it's not Canada because that road sign is not Canadian. And that is not English. Cicloturistico. Itinerario cicloturistico. This doesn't look like Italy. Like Spain? The Attenzione, strada frequentata di ciclisti. I think that's Italian. Are we like up here somewhere? Yeah, the red and yellow, or the red and green there is kind of a giveaway. I don't know. Are we like out here somewhere? By a lake. That looks like a lake slash river. Are we like here? Oh, maybe it is Switzerland. Like Swiss, but that looks like an Italian little indicator there, like a little logo. Oh, it was the southern tip of Italy. Are you kidding me? Okay, well I got points on that. I got the upper hand. Ooh, Byram offer sheet would be fun. I saw that. Destana Coca-Cola. All right, what does this sign say? Morelia Salamanca. Okay, this is Mexico 45. Well, there's 45. I don't know. Really? That's how long that road is? Oh my god. There is Italian Swiss. There's like Switzerland has an Italian part of it. Like Lugano, I think is. Oh. But there's definitely an Italian region of Switzerland. Those power lines are pretty interesting. And these bollards, I have no clue. I could lose here. I have no idea. Whew. Okay, it's not an official language, but this is Malaysia, maybe? Okay, so this makes me think Indonesia because we got an Islamic bank. Kelantan. Kalimantan. Well, maybe somewhere in here. Malaysia is an interesting thought. I thought it would be Malaysia, but I feel like it's Indonesia. Oh, it is Malaysia. Oh my god. Oh, and that's it. Frig off. Oh, Kelantan is there. Okay. All right. Well, lesson learned. You know, can't win them all. We'll survive. We'll make it. Ethan Bear. Interesting. Did we get a number on Yamamoto yet? No. What about Perry? No. Or did we? No. Okay. Ethan Bear. Where was Ethan Bear last year? I mean, I think he was in the AHL all season, but Okay. All right, let me catch up here. I'm sad about Roberto Henriquez going undrafted. Yeah, the most Slovakian man that ever lived. Oh yeah, so Byram, Calgary, Vegas, LA, St. Louis, all interested in Byram. I mean, yeah. I mean, I probably would give him a shot. And it seems like Buffalo wouldn't match an offer sheet. I don't know. Yeah, Canes, Capitals, and Lightning all in on Ehlers. That makes sense to me. I could see it being the Canes. The Capitals would be a very interesting fit. I would very much like to see him on the Capitals, I think. Tampa, I mean, they've had too much fun already. Like, go somewhere else, bro. Nikolai Ehlers' agent must be feeling like Mr. Krabs. Yeah, exactly. Do you think he'll reach the level of being able to tell the country by the color of the sand? No. That guy, I think, has like some sort of superpower. I don't know what you want to call it, but he's got something going on there in his brain that is different than most people, and I don't understand. It's probably just a lot of practice. Big save Dave to the Islanders. Yeah, we got that one. Parker Wotherspoon. Okay. Parker Wotherspoon to where? Where is he going? Penguins. For, what is it? 2 years for $2 million. Cool. Pagnotta says to keep an eye on the Pens and Anthony Mantha. Okay. Sure. He's a guy. 93rd percentile player card, Parker Wotherspoon, yeah. I like Parker Wotherspoon. He's a fine player. Gets the job done, you know. Not, like, incredible, but he's fine. Boy, Tony DeAngelo had a big year offensively. Gee whiz. I guess that's not unusual for him, but God, those offensive numbers are great. Kaapo Kakkonen got his number here for, what is it? 1 year, 1.15. That's, sure. Sure. Cool. Is Pagnotta credible? I mean, kinda. I think the interesting thing about hockey insiders is that I think they all have a different barrier of what they feel comfortable putting out there. And I think Pagnotta's is lower than most, so he takes a little more risk to get stuff out there. And if he's wrong, he's wrong. So I don't know. That's my read of it. But I think it's just that he has a lower, like, there are some other people out there who I think have connections and have a very low bar of like what they're going to put out there because people love talking rumors and stuff. But I think those people are just being taken for a ride by certain people because they know they can. But yeah, I think that there's like a varying bar of what people put out there. I don't know what Montreal will do about their center situation. Don't think they can rely on Doc for a second-line center. Well, luckily they have enough parts on the team to try to make a trade somewhere, right? Like, you've drafted a whole bunch. This is why you draft well. Because if you go, okay, we need a center. I mean, this is another thing here, right? They drafted Owen Beck, top 35. It's been a few years. Is he ready to step into a center's job in the NHL and, like, run to the playoffs with that team? No. Right? So if you draft a guy like Owen Beck years ago because you need centers, and it's still, we're 3 years later, 4 years later, and it's still not what you need, then what's the point? So, but if you have Owen Beck, it makes you like a good option to move the player because you need one now. You know, that's where I come down. Yeah, Jordan Harris to Boston. Interesting. I mean, yeah, insiders in general, like, think about it, right? They're just there for entertainment purposes. You know, they're giving fans something they want. Fans want to know what's coming before it happens because palace intrigue. It's a normal thing for people to like. Yeah, Jordan Harris. Was that a no? Because Jordan Harris didn't get qualified. Yeah. No Tomasino yet. I don't know why that made me think of this, but I sounded in my head like Dale Gribble there, and so I started in anticipation of the new return of the King of the Hill show. The King of the Hill show. In the anticipated return of King of the Hill, I started watching it from season 1 again the other day. God, what a series of banger episodes off the top for that program. My goodness. What a show. I don't remember the first season very well, but so many of my favorite moments are in that first season. Start Puffin' Boy is one of my... I've seen that episode like 8 times, and it just cracks me up every single time. Start Puffin' Boy. Oh, the best. Making him smoke a whole carton of cigarettes. And then Bobby's head, it turns green, and one eye is like lower than the other. So funny. Anyway, Harris had good potential. Well, I mean, yeah, like, again, this is why I set my expectations for players relatively low. It's really hard to play in the NHL and stay in a lineup. It's really, really hard. Did I miswrite his cap hit? 1.15? No, we got it. Okay. Sammy Blais. He's not on the list. Yo, Cheryl Pounder's jacket with the old TSN logo on it. Oh, that logo, man. Oh, I love it. It's the best. I know that's just nostalgia. TSN is a pretty cool logo these days, but honestly, like, TSN has a similar vibe to me as the Washington Capitals do, where you look at it and you go, all right, it looks too much like 2000s cyber slop, you know? It's a little bit, you know, cyberspacey, you know? And I think we've moved well past that. But I don't agree with the minimalistic trends that we're seeing. But I know for a fact that if TSN changed their logo, it would just, they'd remove the italics, remove the line through the letters, and it would just say TSN in like Arial font or something. Like some block, and it would just be TSN, you know, in red, maybe in a white box. That's all it would be. But I look at it and I'm like, man, there's just the graphic design. There's too much gradient, too much depth. It's too metallic looking. It's too like I'm coding in the future in a movie in 2005, you know, like, oh, it's 2020 and Wesley Snipes has been thawed from cryogenically being frozen, and now he has to code a computer program to stop an AI that's taking over the planet, blah, blah, blah. You know, that's what it kind of gives me the vibe of. By the way, I would love to see that movie. Like, hypercoder Wesley Snipes that was such a... I guess that is... Was it Demolition Man? The one where he was a criminal and frozen and brought back in a world where there's no crime? And anyway. But yes, it's about time for a rebrand for TSN and about time for a rebrand of the Washington Capitals, I think. Someone rescue Zach Jones. Yeah, I know. No kidding. Blurry color. Yeah, my I can't always promise my stream quality will be excellent. Even though I have gigabit internet. Welcome to North American telecommunications technology. Nah, it's fine. I'm kidding. I make a joke. Nice. Kaapo Kähkönen, 1 game played last year. Elite. Brandon Tanev. I like that deal. Brandon Tanev to the Utah Mammoth. Oh. Whoopsie poops. Utah Hockey Club is no longer that. They are the Mammoth. So will Sidney Crosby be in the 2026 playoffs? Probably not. Like, what are they gonna do? Trade Sidney Crosby? What? Yeah, like he's not gonna. I'm with Bob McKenzie on this. There is no way. Like, imagine going up to Sidney Crosby and being like, "We're gonna trade you." I just can't imagine. Like, it's just, I don't know. I agree, Bob. Words matter. Like, is Sidney Crosby really going to be playing for a different team anytime soon? Like, I don't. It just is a non-starter. Like, and also, he's won his Stanley Cups. He must know that. He is not chasing more cups, I think. Sidney Crosby does not strike me as the kind of person to be like, you know what? I'd like one more kick at the can to win another Stanley Cup. Maybe. But I think at this point in his career, it is his job to do what Mario Lemieux did for him. Just guide the next generation. You know, maybe Gavin McKenna is a Pittsburgh Penguin next season, right? Or Mathis Preston, or Ivar Stenberg, you know? And guess who's there on the team already to give you a pat on the back? Like, I saw a clip literally while I was gone for a second. I saw a clip on my TikTok because I have no attention span. So even when I'm going up the stairs, I'm flipping through social media. And it was a video from the Penguins rookie camp. And they had like Sidney Crosby's stuff lying around. And it was like a geek out moment for the guys. Like they so many people and players, especially, I can only imagine how, like, Sidney Crosby's a little bit older than me. But even when I was a kid, like, I looked up to Sidney Crosby. Like, I can't even imagine what an 18-year-old nowadays must think of Sidney Crosby. Like, it probably is, like, if you're a player, you probably think the world of a Sidney Crosby. So if you're drafted by the team with Sidney Crosby on it, the last thing that as a manager you should do is remove that from the picture, right? It just makes no sense to me. You're just not in a position. And if you trade Sidney Crosby, what are you getting for him? Are you trying to make your, like, it's literally only to make your team worse and also make your team's culture worse. And again, like, the world is not NHL 25, right? Like, there is a human element to this world that it's like asset management is one thing, you know, but to a certain point, right? Like, Sidney Crosby is not, you know, Luke Shen, you know, where it's like, okay, if we see a James Van Riemsdyk on the market for you, we're gonna trade you, right? Like, it's not like that. It's different. So, yeah. Yeah, like, and I can't imagine Crosby actually wants to leave. Like, that would be such a massive, like, I don't even know what. It would come out of nowhere, really. Like, I don't think anybody expects him to do that. Yeah, Malkin, yeah, like, I think at least Malkin and Crosby are going to be there. Maybe not Malkin, but, like, at least Crosby, and, like, Letang is still floating around, and, you know, like, I can only imagine that Kyle Dubas is on the phone with Marc-Andre Fleury going like, hey man, like, you want to come back to Pittsburgh and be the assistant to the regional general manager and get paid $120,000 to sit in on meetings and hang out with the players? Like, why don't you want to do that, you know? And who would say no to that, right? That's kind of the point I think where they're at. You know, it's not about maximizing assets. They also just drafted like 1 billion times without really trading that much. Like, Kyle Dubas is relative. This is the part that Kyle Dubas is kind of good at, like the actively managing a turnaround point. Like, Toronto was bad, but when he took over, like, they were bad, but they really only were like really, really, really bad for a year, and then things sort of started to turn around a little bit. Obviously, it's not the same situation, but like, he didn't completely tear Toronto. They didn't completely tear Toronto to pieces, right? Him and Lou Lamoriello. They left some guys there, right? So if I'm Pittsburgh, I think he's going to do the same thing. I think that's exactly what I would do too, right? It's not about trade everybody and get everything. That's what Buffalo did, and they're still struggling. So, yeah, no, there's a balance point. And that's true. Crosby chose to stay. Crosby was a free agent this year. He chose to extend. He chose to stay. So why would he go anywhere? It makes no sense. Like, he's not gonna. The only way he's in the playoffs next year is if he is on the Penguins and they're in the playoffs somehow. You know? Oh. Okay, so Miller is literally just a pick. So not what's his name? I don't know why Scott Morrow came up, but looks like a draft pick package of some kind. Very interesting that they got rid of K'Andre Miller and brought in Vladislav Gavrikov. Interesting stuff. Boy, yeah, this is sad. 25 players have signed $1.2 billion last year and 157 on day one. That must be the NHL being like, no more tampering, no more screwing around. We're going to come down hard on this. That must be the explanation. I mean, I know there's not like a group of amazing players here. But like, I mean, but I do like that Brandon Tanev deal for Utah. That's a great fit for him. He's a solid player and pretty cheap. You know, like, I'd rather have that deal than the Connor Brown deal, personally. Not to pick on Connor Brown. Well, I apologize, everybody. I thought this would be a lot more, you know, fast-paced and a lot more stuff going on, and nope. Of course, the first year that I stream on July 1st for Free Agency Day, it's the quietest Free Agency Day since 2020, and we don't talk about 2020 at all. Oh, sorry, wait a minute, hold on. Oli Lixell just signed a one-year deal with Ottawa. Oli Lixell, you gotta get that one. What is it? One year league min, baby. Cool. Yeah. I mean, look, media is media, right? Like, they're not, it's just entertainment, right? Scott Perunovich to Utah. Now, there's an interesting one. That's interesting. Scott Perunovich. Yeah, who's gonna land Michael Granlund? His agent's probably feeling Mr. Krabsy too, eh? Like, Christian Dvorak got $5.4 million? Interesting. Maybe we should make a little bit more. Sorry, I should mention his full name. Notorious playoff non-performer because he's too small, Michael Granlund. I love Michael Granlund. Did you know that? Okay, Blade of Montreal, 1 year league min. Right on. Let's do this again because I don't know what else to do with my life. Maybe after this, if it's still slow, we'll boot up rematch, but we'll see how far I can last today too. I'm late show last night. We're already past 2 hours today, 2.5 hours. We'll see how far this goes. But I'm feeling good. Feeling pretty good. I got my Zevia. I got a glass of water here with me. I'm not very hungry. Is that a Russian flag? This definitely looks like Russia. This is Russia, for sure. Where? God only knows. God only knows where I am in Russia. Do. Maybe even God doesn't know where I am. Russia's really big. I'm just gonna go safe and somewhere around, yeah, maybe, yeah. Yeah, Rayan, let's do some rematch after this. Sure, let's do it. I mean, and anyone else who would like to participate. Are you kidding me? Okay. Oh, sorry, Mr. Notorious Playoff Non-Performer because he's too small, Michael Granlund. How could I forget? My apologies. My first instinct is Scandinavia. Really, really tall, skinny trees makes me think Scandinavia because of the wind. Like, wind, I think, makes trees thinner. I mean, I could be wrong. Like, and the sky, this sky also looks like, I don't know why, it makes me think Scandinavia. Gravel road, nothing else really helping me out. Okay. No signs, no nothing. I'm gonna just... This makes me think Scandinavia. The tall, thin trees make me think that this is... Oh, we got a sign. And I can't read it. Alright, I'm just gonna guess. Somewhere north. We're probably somewhere north. Let's, I don't know. Northern Sweden, why not? Although I don't know if there are mountains in northern Sweden. I mean, I guess maybe closer east there's like the fjords and mountains in Norway. I don't know. Oh, it was Canada. Wow, I'm a terrible Canadian. Weight loss tip, stand in windy places. Yeah, I mean, eventually the erosion will get you. Oh. Okay, this is easy. Who can get there fastest? Oh crap, yeah, we're here. Yeah. Easy. This guy, although I must say, if this person is actually from Poland, which it says they are, you can't see it, but if they're from Poland, then, I mean, I don't expect them to know exactly where Vail, Colorado is. But then again, I'm Canadian, I didn't even know what a Canadian forest looked like. Where do sunflowers grow? That's a lot of sunflowers. Ukraine? You know what? Just for the vibes, you know, Slava Ukrainia, we're gonna go Ukraine here. Maybe... maybe somewhere up here. I will never forget that video of that woman, that babushka, in the early days of the conflict, who was yelling at a Russian occupying soldier that, you know, one day he'll be sunflowers in the ground. Oh, it's Germany. Gross. Oh well. I did it for the vibes, and so did the other person, apparently. What the hell is this? You're driving on the right side. My first instinct is England, somewhere. But that... Yeah, I want to be done with this, because, yeah. We're gonna go English countryside, maybe somewhere in the north. Yeah, we can do a group thing. Sure. As long as you promise not to cheat. Frig off. Apparently Jeff O'Neill is, going at Owen Power a little bit on the TV there. That is tie. I think, right? Yeah. Bungai Police Station. I mean, this has to be, like, Bangkok somewhere. I'm just assuming. Oh. I'm just getting grinded to death here. Sunflowers grow during near nuclear power plants? Interesting. Shout out Chernobyl. Green Hills Access Road. Now, does the signs on the left imply that you're driving on the left? Is this Australia? South Africa? This doesn't strike me as Australia. Yeah, so this is definitely driving on the left. You know what? I don't know. We're heading south. I might lose on this one, but I don't care. I'm over it. Yeah, that's it. Oh well. Can't win. Australian soil. Right. See, I'm not there yet. Languages and road signs. That's where I go. All right, party time. So if anybody wants to join, here's your code. Feel free. I'll let this sit up for like a few minutes and see if there's anything to catch up on. Ian Mitchell. Okay. Scott Perunovich for a year. Boy. I mean, this probably is the worst UFA class ever. Like that. I mean, I remember when David Clarkson was the big one of the signing season. I don't know. All right, Ian Mitchell, fine. Dylan Coughlin going back to the Vegas Golden Knights, cool. Yeah, 2016 was also pretty bad from what I remember. But that's a long time ago. Hard to believe it's been 10 years since Kessel went to Pittsburgh, I know. All right, we got 3. We'll give it a couple of minutes. I mean, Ehlers on the Ducks would be pretty solid. We'll see what they do. I mean, there's nothing... Like, maybe this is one of those situations where doing nothing is probably the best option. Matthew Nyes' head is humongous in this camera angle. That's hilarious. He looks like Zordon from Power Rangers, you know? Power Rangers! All right, let's do this. We've gone far enough. Oh, won't let you join? I didn't do it. Why trade Zegras? I don't know. Dude, I don't know. I'm not saying that Pat Verbeek is, you know, doing everything right. I don't know. I mean, it just, to me, they just don't, they're done with him. Like, that's the big thing, is that they're done with Pat Verbeek. Okay. I don't know why there's no sound, but whatever, that's okay. Dude, I don't know. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I would love some fun. Trust me. I'm waiting for it. Owen Sillinger. There you go. to the Columbus Blue Jackets. There you go. What the hell is this? Okay. Aha, I think I know where this is. Maybe? Yeah, I mean, like, I think with Zegras, they were just done with him. Like, there's like, what? He's not working out. Cronin broke his brain. Get rid of him. Ryan Poehling will do the trick, you know? I don't know. He did score a hat trick one time. Oh. Darn. Close-ish. You know, close-ish. Schönbergstrasse. Oh. Interesting. Vienna? What was a .hu URL doing on a truck in Vienna? Okay, whatever. Sure. Okay, so this is South Africa for sure. Spoiler alert. I don't know, bruh. We're headed which way? South and north? Dumoulin would be a nice ad. Yeah, sure. I like Dumoulin. Oh. I'm bad at this. Alright, there's no coming back for me on this unless I really nail it. Oh. Oh. I don't think I'm gonna get it, but I know where this is, kinda. Which way? Water to the east? I don't know, bruh. Darn. I'll take second. Second of 3. Alright. Let's boot up some rematch, because this is getting slow. Real slow. Bear with me. Jacob Bernard Docker, that's a decent ad. Penguins shared a picture of Beauchene meeting Crosby. Hey, Sidney Crosby, or not Sidney Crosby, Quinn Beauchene, good player. Good player. Team Scouching member, Quinn Beauchene. Good player. I don't know, man. Pittsburgh, my phone's on. You could just hire me rather than steal all my brain thinking. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Is this gonna work? The last game we were playing, Nubby's number world. Here we go. Now we're talking here. I don't see our graphic designer Rayanne. I think he's playing some Steam game, like a Smarty Pants. Oh, I'm a I'm a patrician. I have Steam games because I pay for them. Yeah, no. Okay, well, until then, we'll play some ranked. Then you can all see how terrible I am at this. Christian Jaros. Calm my horse. Okay, okay, fine. Oh, too late. No, I'll find you after. By the way, if anybody does want to join, I'm on Xbox, and they don't have crossplay yet, unfortunately. Big sad. Okay. Oh. Oh, jeez. Oh, for crying out loud. Is this what we're doing now? Like I said, every time I play this game and do it on stream, I think the same thing. Rainbow flicks, you should only get like 3 per game.
Yeah.
Or don't. That's cool too. Sure, whatever, you know. Not like I have a really great angle at the net here. Oh, for crying out loud. Oh my god. That's how you play. That's what you do. Turnover, pass. Oh, that's our goalkeeper. Oh my god. Who are these people? Who wakes up in the morning and like puts clothes on? I think, and then like boots this up and does that. Like what? Someone is doing that. I was playing yesterday and I played a ranked match, and the guy playing goalkeeper was the guy who loves to just jump up into the rush and just play scoring forward all the time. And he was like, pass me the ball. When I got the ball off the kickoff and he's the goalkeeper, I went, okay, and I kicked it behind me, thinking he was behind me, but he had run off in a completely different direction. So it went in the net. We just scored on ourselves. Maybe that's on me for not looking, but that was the last time I'm ever doing that. That's the last time I'm ever doing that. No, you're a goalkeeper, you call for the ball, you're not getting it. No way. And that's not to say I'm a good goalkeeper, because I'm not. Watch this. Watch like what's going to happen here. Every time the ball comes at me, I misjudge it somehow. I screw it up. It's coming straight at me. I stand still. It goes slightly over my head. It comes straight at me. I think it's curving one way. I dive the other way. I think it's going over my head. I jump to hit it, and I don't hit it. Like pretty much everything I do in net is a fail. So that's just how things. Oh. All right, I'm redeemed. Please get rid of it. Oh my god. Okay, thank god. I do play with clothes on, believe it or not. I am wearing pants. They're not like fancy pants, but they are pants. I am wearing real pants. Hand-me-downs, but real pants. Because I believe in recycling. Gwynbo Shane goes hard. That's true. That's for sure. Hey, nice shot. That gets a good job. Oh, Nate Schmidt to Utah. Boy. I like that. 3.5 million for 3 years. That's sure, you know. Nate Schmidt can play. He's a guy. There you go.
Nice.
Nice pass. There you go. Oh, that was a nice shot. Once again, the Utah Mammoth, known for their big bad strategy of drafting big players, drafting an undersized defenseman, quote unquote, a 6-foot-tall defenseman, one of the 4 on the two-time reigning Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers, notoriously known for their universally gigantic defenseman who can win in the playoffs. Another goal. I don't even have to do anything. That's fun. I like your hair. Should I open voice chat and say that? Nah. I think I disabled voice chat period in this game, so... Unfortunately, not gonna happen. Oh, crap! Nice block.
We got this.
I hit the wrong button. I panicked. I meant to do that, see? Do this. Nice try. Nice try. Okay, that was a nice pass. We got this. Chip it. JVR 1-by-1 to the Red Wings. Okay, cool. That's cool. Whoa. Utah out here doing things. Nice try. Uh-oh. That might have been done on purpose. That's not very nice. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay, so there's your answer. Someone asked me last night what my rank was. Plat 3. I wasn't sure if it was 3 or 2. It's Plat 3. So I suck. Cool. GG's. I didn't have to do much, so... That's sometimes the best. Again, it's like free agency day. Sometimes in order to win, you just don't have to do much. Where is he here? Offline, eh? Calm your horse. I'm coming. Looks like you need me, he says. And he's not even here. Unbelievable. The audacity of some people. Imagine having the audacity to say that William Nylander sucked at hockey. My favorite tweet I've ever made. Oh, there we go. Look who's here. Party invite received. Yes, sir. All right. Now, I would love to voice chat with Rayanne while playing, but I don't... Other people are gonna talk, and I don't want that. So... Is there a way? Nope. Didn't want that. No. No, 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 no. Oh my god. My big picture mode opened up. Petrie to the Panthers for League Min. Okay. Oh, am I the leader now? What is happening? I guess I am. Let's go 4s. Honestly, if I turn it through Discord, my Scouching Discord server is going to be going nuts because people are... I mean this positively. They won't shut up, so... So it's got a doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. No, I don't want to open Steam. I want... Ugh. What? Oh my goodness. What a mess. Alright, here we go. Does this game not have party chat? That's a good question. I didn't look. Wait, what's happening? Oh, there he is. Squad leader. Is that Rayanne? You can mute it for 2 hours. That's true, I could do that. After this, we'll try to get it going. Unless Rayanne doesn't want to talk. If he doesn't want to talk, I won't make him.
I'm good with talking.
Oh, there he is.
I'm watching the stream, so I'm like, there's a bit of delay, so right. That's how I communicate it.
Okay, now we can communicate here, right?
Yeah.
And make the people we're playing with. Oh, it's 4-on-3. Love that. All right.
No, we got this. I'll carry.
Yeah, we got this. We're good.
To me. Come here. Ooh.
Nice. Nice little giveaway.
Oh.
Nice try. There was an attempt.
Yes. I'm just... Oh. I'm open!
Not really, but there you go.
I make space. Look at this.
Oh, hey, we got a full... Oh my god. Now there's a username.
To me. Oh, let's go basement. Gotta be.
Tekkas.
That's a Rick Talkit type player right there.
Yeah, it is. People will get that joke. I mean, probably actually watching the stream that they're watching.
Yeah. I'm the best 98 in the world.
Oh, I'm not in net. How do you like them apples?
Oh, good job, buddy.
Oh well. There you go.
Go, Kobe Copter.
All right.
Thank you.
That was an ice burner right there without the ice.
Big save.
Stay sharp. Switch.
Oh baby. Oh.
Are you serious?
Oh no. Besser has a full no move for the first 4 years and a no trade for 5 through 7, eh? Alright. Okay. Go off, I guess. Uh-oh.
To me. Pass.
Yeah, you better be sorry, man.
Huh?
If he missed that, I would have broken my control. 100%.
Yes. Same.
In it.
That interception there, you're welcome. Even though you didn't score. Well, whoever, I don't know if the person is listening to this, but...
Stay sharp.
Yes, stay sharp. I agree. Do not be blunt.
I believe in Kobe Copter. Never mind.
Oh, nobody's there. Okay.
Back post.
I still remember the time where I purposely blocked someone's shot with you last night, or last time we played this. You're the worst. That's the comment I got from the message.
You're the worst.
That was the funniest sequence of events I've seen.
My bad.
Oh, I thought that was gonna trick him. Oh well. Oh. Big save.
Oh, look at that pass right there.
That's beautiful.
Oh, I'm the greatest.
Oh.
Thank you. My bad. My fault.
Ooh. Ah, there we go.
Yawn snooze.
Big goal. Oh, now it's 4-on-3, but for the other group.
Now we're on the power play.
Yeah, now we're on the power play. Oh, I got that.
I see two people here.
Keepers.
Nice. Nice expected goal value of like 0.001.
I shot from the no-no spot.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Thanks, mate.
Dangles and then another shot from the no-no zone. Then immediately calls for a pass.
Team player right here.
Yeah, team player, team player. Oh, Cody
look at this.
Cece to the LA Kings, baby. 4 years, $4.5 million a year.
What is Holland doing,
Ooh,
man?
baby.
He's not good. You know, Holland can ruin that team for all I care.
Oh, yeah, I mean, oh.
Oh, what a save.
That could have been bad. I mean, it was pretty bad, but it could have been worse. Dumoulin and CC for $8.5 million combined is crazy. I like Dumoulin. I don't mind him, but that's those are some ideas. I guess it's like a little bit more than what Gavrikov
Dumoulin
costs.
is shit for $8 million. I'm back. I'm here. I'm sorry.
Oh god.
This guy knows puck.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. A nice little match point. Big win.
Yeah, GG boys.
Yep.
GG's.
Kobe Copter does it again.
Strikes again.
Yep. Eebly. Nick Perbix. Alright. Man, Cody Cece, man. Amazing stuff. Hey,
You know,
MVP, baby.
You could say that the LA Kings defense is something. Again,
It is a
at
thing.
least Gavrikov with,
They exist.
yeah, they just exist. But you gotta give credit where credit's due. Cody Cece has played the most amount of games in recent history.
It's true.
That. No, if he was bad, then he wouldn't play any games. Think about that. That's crazy. He is worth $4.5 million.
Yes, correct. All right, are we ready to be toxic again or what?
Oh, 100%. If you're not toxic, you don't want to win. What?
Yeah.
I mean, look at Mitch Marner. He purposely blocked a deal to win.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with, you know, wanting to not move around while your wife is about to make a child come into the world.
That's called adversity. You know.
Sure, yeah.
I think everyone needs
He just
adversity
doesn't.
once in a while.
He just doesn't have the. He just doesn't have the killer instinct.
Yeah, he doesn't have the dog in him. You know.
Oh, what time is it? Almost 3 o'clock Eastern time.
No, it's 12:42, man. What are you talking about?
Good one. We'll go. Maybe we'll go until 3. I think that's long enough. 3 hours of the most. 3 hours of the most boring news imaginable. And then as soon as we go off, we're gonna, there's gonna be a bunch of stuff coming down the pipe for sure.
Yeah.
Cody Cece at $4.5 million is a decision, especially because he's already 31. Dumoulin also. We'll see if that's what we'll see if that's what the Kings need. I'm not convinced.
The Kings are about to make the slowest decoy I've ever seen in my entire life. God forbid they verse Edmonton again in the playoffs.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
gonna get absolutely walked.
Yeah, probably. And they just traded Jordan Spence, so
Which I don't get. Jordan
for a
Spence is
third
good.
round pick, Ken Holland, man.
I wanted Jordan Spence on our team. I'm like, yeah, we should trade him for him.
I would have traded a third round pick for Jordan Spence, no question.
Exactly. It's Jordan Spence.
Yeah.
Moncton Wildcats legend.
Yeah. I mean, come on. LA's trying to be Pittsburgh's defenseman retirement home, exactly. That's true, though. They have Corey Perry.
Yeah.
And when Ken Holland signed Corey Perry in Edmonton, guess what happened? Or was that Ken Holland who signed him first?
No, we signed him because he got
Right.
separated from Chicago, and then
Right. But was that Bowman or Holland?
I think Bowman gave him the extension.
Are you queuing?
Am I the leader or your leader?
I think you are. It says I'm waiting for owner.
Oh, okay.
For
You
some
want to rank
reason, just a quick match, I guess. But
Okay.
for some reason, I thought you were.
Oh, I thought you were.
I thought I
'cause
was
gave
because
you.
I was
Yeah.
the first time, but now I'm
Yeah.
not. I don't know.
I guess I didn't like you as the leader.
No.
We were not leader type.
No, I'm not. Even though I won MVP that round. Maybe it's like I'm too good, so they took it away from me. Probably not, though. That was a sick goal they just showed there. That was sweet. Whoever set him up.
You know, Ken Holland's making moves.
This is the Canada Day special, you know?
I mean, he's a Hall of Famer builder, man. You gotta realize
Yeah,
that.
exactly. He's a Hall of Famer and you're not.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy.
Keepers.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my, I almost walked that guy.
Damn. Uh-oh.
What a save.
Oh.
What?
Try me. Or
Look at his
don't.
defense. Oh.
Elite. Elite defending. Well, that could have been bad. Ooh. Oh.
That was warm up. That was warm up.
We got this.
That's embarrassing.
That was disgusting.
That's embarrassing.
To me.
I didn't actually expect the pass I was covered.
Sorry.
Then why
All
did you
good.
cover it? You're called for it, bruh. Oh, big save. One on you. Oh, that was a dumb idea on my part. Big
Good
save.
save.
Stay sharp.
See what he does here.
Ah,
I didn't know
no
he was,
stamina.
I didn't know he's a rookie. Ew.
Ew.
Not Javier.
Gavrikov and Spence have the same cap hit as Dumoulin and Cece. That's fun.
That is grotesque. That why? Why?
Are the Kings gonna miss the playoffs?
I kind of hope they don't. I want to sweep them again. Yeah, we don't have a.
Oh, he left. Okay, 3
well,
on
here,
2.
Will.
Oh, for crying out loud. We're gonna win. I got this. Oh, jeez. Huge, huge save.
Oh, you got speed. You got speed, Will. You're on a breakaway. He shoots.
Off the
He did
post.
not score. I got this. Oh no, I don't got this. I don't got this. I don't got this. No!
Run. Damn it. See, when I rainbow flick it,
It just works for me, honestly.
oh crap. Overshot it and I'm out of gas. It's all on you.
Here.
Alright, I'm on my way back.
He's gonna chip in, isn't he?
Oh!
What?
Damn, man. That was something.
Come back season.
I don't know about that, dog. Run!
I'm going up,
I
I'm
have
going
no
up.
gas. I'll go back.
Oh, I did. I intercepted it. Go, 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 go.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Les jeux sont faits.
Reverse.
No! What are you doing? Oh no!
Yeah, I got it back.
Ugh. Drouin to the Islanders, 2 years, $4 million a year. Interesting.
I like what the Islanders are doing. I like that.
Yeah, I'd rather have Drouin at 4 than CC at 4+.
Yeah. Also, can they touch grass, this team? Like,
No, actually.
do they know what grass feels like?
They're just racking up their points now.
Okay, what are... Yeah.
To me.
Oh,
Are you doing? You know, I gotta calm down.
I'm an adult.
Come on, come on, come on.
Oh.
He's hacking. That's all I gotta say.
Keepers.
Dude. No, man. Oh my god.
We have no chance anyways. Last shot. Oh, another team. We'll save this at least.
Cool. Oh. Anton
No, he
Forsberg
wins
going
the-
to LA. Yo, LA is dropping dollars, man.
Oh my
Anton
god.
Forsberg. So that's like $10 million on Forsberg, CC, and Dumoulin. This is what I mean. Like, these contracts add up. And then all of a sudden, uh-oh, we have no cap space. Oh, geez. Here, take a first-round pick and take Dumoulin and CC off my hands. Quote, Ken Holland, 2029. You know?
You know, he just needs to sign Duncan Keith, and he'll be set.
That's true. Yeah, go get Duncan Keith. All right, you know what? Let's do one more, and then I'm gonna take off because my brain is tired. And the numbers are dwindling here. I think people are also getting bored.
Yeah, this free agency sucks.
It's awful. That's awful. I should have been here last year,
Last year was a lot better, yeah.
but I wasn't. But, I mean, it makes sense, though. Like, the salary cap goes up, so teams with really good players are just like, well, we have the money now. Like, we have the
Yeah,
space,
exactly.
so we're gonna keep those guys, right? Connor McDavid, on the other hand, you might know him. There's a guy
guess.
who doesn't have a contract
For
next
some
year.
reason.
Because he hates you.
Yeah, he hates me personally.
Yeah, you. He heard what you did to Evan Bouchard, and
What? I love Evan Bouchard, man. You know, if I was the GM, I'm giving Evan Bouchard 15 million, bro.
well, he got 10, so you would have lit $5 million on fire every year. So
Well, it's well deserved. It's Evan Bouchard. There's no one like him, man.
there is not. That's for sure. There can only be one.
Sorry.
Those
thought I
guys
would-
dust,
I
man.
thought I would block that, but okay.
Bro, I seen Coupon save more than this, bro.
To be fair, this is the only way free agency was ever going to follow up that draft broadcast. That's true. Oh,
yeah,
God.
yeah.
What a mess.
I was kind of glad I didn't watch most of the draft. 'Cause that draft sucked.
What? Bruh.
Whoa.
I'm on it.
I got it. What
Oh
the?
my goodness. Try me.
Oh, look at that defensive effort.
Oh,
I got it.
big save. Far post, dog. Or don't. That's fine too. Just pass it to the goalie. Sure.
I thought I saw the. I thought I saw the opening.
I just had to switch the computer so my sibling could play Sims. What year is it?
Ooh, yeah.
That's not a slight, by the way. I love the Sims. Sims rules. It's just that was something that people used to do in like 2001 when the Sims was the hot thing, and it's like my sister needs to use the computer so she can feed her Neopets.
I mean, Sims is just the better version of Sim.
What? False. What's with hats with the number 64 on them? Are they watching the stream? Are they watching us play rematch on TSN? Are they having fun?
Yo, it's O-Dog.
Why?
Here, Will. Don't mess this up. Oh! We're only down by 2.
I know, we can win this. Try
I
me.
like this awesome save I'm gonna make in about 2.2 seconds.
Oh boy, that was bad.
Never mind.
Okay. I mean, that's also, I had some pretty ass defending there.
You got
I
scored
went
on
for-
by Goldilocks here.
I went for a ride and oof.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Oh. Hey, all right, that's one. That's
I
one.
didn't get an assist on that? What the hell, man?
You must have.
No, I didn't get an assist on that.
Oh no, you didn't. Nice. Right on. Sick.
You know, 2 gold lead is the most dangerous lead in
It
rematch.
is, yeah. That's what they say.
Yeah, 100%.
Kick it back up there. Attaboy.
I'm open! Not really.
Not really.
Here.
We got
I'm
Samuel L.
open.
Jackson over here covered.
Okay, I'm not going for that. I'm taking the defensive posture here.
I gotta set my dominance here. Did not work.
No, it did not. Big save.
Oh, and look at this goal.
Oh.
Look at this goal.
Oh my god. Oh, nice.
I called it.
It's the only computer that
I
has
called
Steam
it.
on. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. By the way, I'm not picking on you there in the chat. It's just funny because the sentence could have been from 1999 or 2025. You know, it's funny.
Yeah, you guys had it rough back then, right? With all them blocky computers.
Yeah. That's a tie game. That's a tie game. Thanks to old Bilbo Swaggins.
The old dog still has few tricks.
My thumbs still work pretty well. Uh-oh. Oof. Big save.
To me. Pass.
Oh my god. Ah. How about that? There you go.
Here.
Ow! That would have been nice. Oh no! We both went for it. No, 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 no! Oh! We're just grinding for this win here. Alright. We're gonna get it. I have faith. I believe.
We got this.
Excuse me, Ken Holland, it's Mr. Hall of Fame builder Ken Holland.
Yeah, exactly. Don't
He's
disrespect
got-
the Hall of Famer.
He's got Stanley Cup rings and you do not, sir. Come on. Oh my goodness, dude. I'm gonna pass it straight to the goalkeeper. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Come on. Quick, pass it to the goalkeeper. He needs it. Needs it more than you do.
I just got walked by Samuel L. Jackson, bro. Oh my god. Oh!
These friggin' guys and their interceptions, I swear. Come on, get her done. Oh, yes!
Third time's the charm.
I could have Stanley Cup rings too with no salary cap and Illich buying players. You said that, not me. I just read it out because I'm live on the internet right now, so. That's... You know what, though? Maybe it'll work. Maybe this time it will work, you know?
I mean, since the cap's going up, that's basically like having no cap at all, right?
Yeah, exactly. It can't possibly be a general manager, once again, spending money they... Oops, wrong button. Spending money that they have, and, Oh, boy. Oh. No! Oh, it deflected right to him. And nobody was defending. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, you know, as a team, we gotta collectively, just, you know,
learn,
do better stuff.
Get better.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta give out the thank you fans post.
It's a dang shame. Oh well, we tried.
Yeah, I carried hard, but you know.
Yeah, I know. Seriously. Did you though?
Yeah.
Dude, I had twice as many points as the next guy on our team. 18 interceptions. Oh my god. You're welcome.
But I have like 2 goals.
Right. I think let's hang on. Let's take a pause here. All right. I think we're gonna call it. It's past 3 o'clock Eastern time, so I'm gonna go from the stream here. Let me just. Thanks for joining us, though. This was, I guess, some level of fun. You know, we had some good times, I suppose. Yeah, you know what? And we had some fun. So if anyone, you know, if anyone has interest in streams over the summer, maybe. But this will be the last stream for a while. So thanks for joining us. You know, Ken Holland is on one. I think that's the story of the day now. But that's a pretty low-end story. But we'll see you around. Thanks very much, and toodles.